We're on live.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
Hi, gents.
Hello,
Hey,
gents.
gents.
Hey, gents.
Everybody, welcome to Movie Busters episode 25.
This is actually the season opener, actually, right?
Huh?
This is actually the first episode of the new season, right? Because
this is season 3 of Movie Busters.
Season 3 premiere. Yep,
coming soon on Blu-ray. Check it out.
And 4K as well.
Well, can you imagine if we actually got a Blu-ray release? That'd be fucking awesome.
I need to start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, one of those. But yeah, this is episode 25.
GoFundMe.
Yes.
Indiegogo. Indiegogo.
Go fund yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
so this
nice.
is episode 20. Yeah. This is the best and worst, mostly worst of 2020.
Yeah.
What a wonderful year 2020 was, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, fuck 2020.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Great year.
2020 absolutely fucking blew.
Uh-huh. And if we have time, we'll do our most anticipated of 2021. Hopefully about a year. Not a great start so far, but it just started.
Mm-hmm. And it's already off to a shitty
I'll just say
start.
this right now. Everyone should have the same number one for most anticipated for their.
Really?
I think we might have the same.
Oh, I guess.
Wait, are we ranking that? I didn't know that.
I mean, once we're done with best and worst, then if we have time, we'll just try to do it as quickly as possible. We did.
Well, what I'm saying is I didn't rank my movies of 2021. Like I didn't know we were doing that.
Okay. Well, you can. While one of us is talking, you can kind of like
Okay.
get up, yeah. In between time. Yeah.
No, it's over. Forget it. I ain't doing it.
It's never over. Okay. Well, let's start off with the worst or the worst. I'm not talking about COVID-19. Okay.
Yeah, and I already said this. I only have 2 movies for worst. I could not think of a third movie that I didn't like, honestly. So I'll skip number 3.
You just think it was that forgettable? Your number 3 was that forgettable. You just don't even remember the title.
Well, we got to stress this too. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see every movie, so.
Oh, me neither. I mean, there's a few.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see every movie either. I actually don't have. I'm actually looking on my list. I don't really have that many. I have a couple of dishonorable mentions, but not really too many.
I don't really have that much, dude. It's like there was a ton of movies. They're not a ton, but like there's a couple of movies that maybe they would have made my worst list if we had top 5 or top 10 or something like that. But like they were just forgettable. I don't remember them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. The whole year, whole 2020 films, I only saw 11.
Whoa.
That's it.
Is that more or less than last year? The year before?
Oh, that's less. I think I saw probably at least double that last year.
Okay.
I think I've seen about 12. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
2020? Whoa.
I only have. I have 8 dishonorable mentions.
That's too much, Thomas. Seriously.
Hey,
That bad.
Hey, I mean that looks like a lot less compared to like 30.
I know my number 1 for worst is going to be way different than everyone else's because I don't think you guys saw the movie. So
Okay. I got a feel my number 1's gonna be pretty good too, but I'll save that for when I get to that though.
hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Julie.
Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, hope you are.
Yeah. Hope you get to streams another time.
Yeah.
All right. So, who wants to go first in the worst? This is top 3, by the way.
Top 3. Yeah.
Top 3, not top 5. There wasn't enough movies to justify top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 3, worst movie of 2020. I'll go first on this one.
Why don't you go first, Alex? I don't think you go first.
I rarely go first nowadays. So I think.
So what's your number 3?
Number 3 is a movie I thought was gonna be interesting,
Okay.
but they dropped the ball on this one. Disney. That was Mulan 2020, the live action.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not that huge fan. I'm not a huge, humongous fan of the animated movie. I think it's a good, decent movie, but well, like they just everything interesting about that animated movie just removed it out of this one. I'm not just talking about the musical part. I'm talking about like the fun part. The character of Mulan she's a Mary Sue. I know you guys know I hate that word, but she's a Mary Sue.
Ray, yeah.
Star Wars.
Wow, for you to admit that's big. That's big, Alex.
She has superpowers. She's a superhero. Like literally, they say just because she can do things when she's a kid, and like that takes away the interesting part of the original movie.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
That takes away the thing about the original movie. It's like a girl can be just as brave and tough as a man in the war. Here it's like, she's brave and tough because she has superpowers. Like really?
I mean, there's none of that feminist stuff, is there?
Kind of, but not really. It's just
like shoving it down your throat. I mean, kind of stuff.
I would say no because she just has superpowers. It's not like, oh yeah, she's better than everybody else. She's just better because she has superpowers.
Can she heal snakes?
She just literally fly and like jump high like she's Wonder Woman or something, but no explanation. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It was dull and kind of boring, and that's the problem with a lot of these Disney remakes. They're just dull. Yeah, they are.
Would you say that about The Lion King as well?
I didn't see The Lion King, but I will say that about Aladdin.
The
Aladdin remake.
I'm not commenting because I haven't seen Mulan, so I don't know.
But it's a Disney Plus.
I love the animated movie though.
Yeah, I mean, just stick with that. So
yeah, the animated movie's it's a classic. I mean, you know,
we have Chucky Doll actually in the chat.
Hey, Chucky.
And we have a new guy in here.
Balin the Hobbit.
Are you the fifth Hobbit in the trilogy?
I like your profile pic.
Oh yeah, of Yoda.
Like Hulk Yoda.
Oh, that's pretty damn cool. I like that.
Yeah, but that's number 3, Mulan, the live action.
Julie said that her favorite 2020 movies are Sonic the Hedgehog, Invisible Man, and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
I haven't seen Maleficent, the second one.
Didn't they come out like 2019?
And Chucky, it probably was released 2019.
I have no clue.
I didn't see it. Yeah.
Chucky Doll says like Bad Boys for Life, Birds of Prey,
Maybe it did come out 2020. It just such long. If 2020 felt like 5 years.
Oh, there's
Wes is in the chat.
How you doing, Wes?
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Wes?
So yeah, that's it. Number 3 is Mulan, 2020. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. Alex. Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes score on Mulan is 73%, but the audience score is 49%. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot lower. The audience didn't care for that movie.
No.
Would you agree with this? IMDb 5.6. What do you think about that?
Put it a little lower, like a 5. It's a little too high. But, yeah. So it's just one of those things like these some of these critics who like praised it, like a lot of them just suck up to Disney all the time.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So. That's why, the audience score, that's like 49%. That's pretty low. So,
I mean, it's like, and if this is going to keep going, I'm not looking forward to any of their other.
Disney doesn't have any new ideas, so they feel like they have to remake the. Let's make live action now. You know, from the animated.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to any other live action stuff they're planning on at all. So no, thank you.
Just stick with the animated movies.
Hey, Also, Julie, Maleficent, the sequel was 2019. You got to update that list.
Well, you know what?
It
was probably May 2019, but it didn't get released until 2020.
No.
I don't even remember that movie being marketed at all.
What's kind of funny, I never even knew there even was a sequel to Maleficent.
I know. It felt like a long time now. Because I get
and I felt like Maleficent didn't do that well enough to get a sequel.
It did, but it's like they took forever.
It actually did make money, but
I thought Maleficent didn't really do that well. Maybe
the first one did.
Too much into it.
Yeah, and people actually
Maleficent. The first Maleficent actually wasn't bad. It was actually pretty. Angelina Jolie did a good job.
It was different. That was so I appreciate that. At least.
It came out October 18th, 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, they just they just don't have the charm to them, Wesley. It's just most of these live action Disney ones.
Blueberry pie. Hey, give me some. I don't. Man, my mouth is watering now. Blueberry pie.
Whenever I think of the word pie, you know what I always think of?
Yeah, I know what you think of.
What's that?
American
actually something else too.
Warm American pie, don't you, Thomas?
Something else I think of too when I think of pie. Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Oh yeah.
Cakes and pies. Cakes and pies.
Yeah. Did you say steak? Oh, now you got me all excited.
No, I said piss steak.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to go next.
I'll go next on number 3.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Okay, my number 3 is actually the most obscure one of the 3. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably not one person in the world probably has seen this film or even knew this movie exists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sequel to an underrated comedy that I love. It's an underrated comedy that it's back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say and come out and say it. Number 3, Bulletproof 2.
What?
Oh,
there was a
you're
sequel
talking
to
about
that
Bulletproof
movie?
you talk about Bulletproof with Adam Sandler, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sequel to that?
I didn't even know.
Probably not many people in the world even knew there was even a sequel.
No, I didn't know. Who's in it?
I did not know that.
No one that we know. I'll just say that.
That's
Or just like so it's one of those. It's like Jingle the Way 2 and Kindergarten Cop 2.
Honestly, Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren was far better than this.
I mean, it's like a sequel in name only. It has nothing to do with the first one.
Right, exactly. There's no like in the first Bulletproof, like Adam Sandler was the criminal and Damon Wayans was an undercover cop, and they're like they teamed up and things like that. Bulletproof 2 has nothing to do with that. Like you kind of have like another kind of like a very shitty version of an Adam Sandler and a Damon Wayans character.
Right.
And it's not the same story. Like he's not a criminal. The guy's not a cop.
It would be like like their sons or whatever, and it would be like I don't know, Damon Wayans Jr. and Andy Samberg or something.
Just to stop you a second. Balin's comment. That movie, Cuties, I felt bad even. Here's the thing. I went on Netflix and I wanted to know what all this stuff was about because that thing was getting headlines.
Yeah. And
I watched like the first 10, not even 15 minutes, and I shut it off because I'm like, this is like, I felt bad watching it. I'm like, this needs to be taken down. Like you have like 9-year-old girls dressing like they're strippers and doing like vulgar. It's just, oh my God. Like I don't know how they can allow something like that, but yeah.
Right.
That movie got a lot of flack.
Yeah.
It did.
As far as it hasn't been banned yet.
That's what I mean. It should have been banned.
Right.
But as far as it hasn't been banned yet.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
No
I was just replying to his comment.
No comments on that one.
I feel kind of bad for Julie because we actually started the whole pie joke.
She's laughing, so hey,
like,
I like pie too.
American Pie.
It's like strike. Okay, all right.
So, none of us are gonna see Bulletproof.
Yeah, Bulletproof 2. Bottom line is, don't fucking see it. It's a piece of shit. It can go eat an ass. It can go.
Now you make me want to see it.
I forget who directed it, but it was I think it was a guy who didn't do jack shit.
Yeah.
I mean, overall,
Don Michael Paul.
Michael Paul. Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know.
Why does that name sound?
I thought you said Anthony Michael Hall. I'm like, what?
That would have been even worse.
Is it the same director as Jingle Away too?
Oh God,
I think it was.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Though it was like this guy just does like crap.
he just does random sequels. Then
random sequels that have nothing to do with the originals.
I think
Like
Dan's looking it up right now.
that guy. Yeah.
it's
What
like they have
No,
nothing to
he-
do with
he
the
did-
story.
He didn't direct it.
Okay.
What did he direct?
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
The best kind of garbage.
No, it's not
There's
garbage. it's
nothing I
garbage.
recognize here.
Is that the worst kind of garbage?
Let me see. Because I know. Let's see. He did. These are the directors. This is what he did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Half
We
past.
don't need a
Dead-
list. He did like a lot of bad movies.
He did. He did half past dead with Steven Seagal.
Okay, that explains everything. That explains everything. That
He
explains
did.
everything.
He did. Who's Your Caddy?
Oh, again, yeah.
Uh,
Jarhead 2, Tremors 5,
Mm-hmm.
Tremors 6, The Scorpion King, Book of Souls, Jarhead Law Return.
Shitty sequels.
those are all my
You're right.
favorites.
You're
Stop.
right. Like this guy just does shitty sequels.
Yeah, what a piece of fucking
Nobody
shit
wants to see.
director. And Bulletproof 2
He
can
should
go,
die.
can go
Kill
suck an ass. It sucks.
But Dan, you're like, you should get COVID.
Yeah, but that's all I gotta say about Bulletproof 2. It sucks.
My jokes do not reflect everybody's opinion on movie posters.
Yeah, but
All right,
that's all I
Thomas,
gotta
do you
say.
agree with this? IMDb Bulletproof 2 has a 3.6.
That's
Yeah.
too high.
It should be one.
That's too high. Does it have a Rotten Tomatoes score?
Probably not.
It has not a theatrical. It just has an audience score, 17%.
That's too high too.
Oh. If that's too high, then I'm just curious.
Oh my God.
About your number 2 and 1.
Bad. It's so bad.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So
This
Tommy's
movie
number 3.
deserves to be wiped away from existence.
It probably will. No one will remember it.
Yeah, but that's my number 3, Bulletproof 2.
Okay. Cool. Rob.
All right.
Shimmer.
Okay, my number 3. Here's the thing, like I was looking for a place for this. I thought it'd be higher, but my first 2 choices just I'm sorry. For bad movies, number 3 for me is Bill and Ted 3. I thought it stank. I thought it was basically like stuff they've already done. It was like fan service out the ass, and it was like Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I was like this the whole time. I was like, oh God. I was like, when he talked and just the way he looked like John Wick just went to the bathroom and shaved off his beard and just came walking out like, hey, it's like he didn't have he didn't have the same performance as he did in the first 2 movies. It seemed like he was out of it. Like he was just there for a paycheck, and then that was it.
Like a favor to Alex Winter. Like, yeah, I'll do it.
It's just like the way Keanu
Alex
Reeves-
Winters was fine.
Yeah, he was good.
He was fine.
on, dudes.
If Keanu would have gave it his all, I think the movie would have been better, well, for everybody. But I still think you needed the 2 people to interact like they did, and I didn't see that at all. And here's the thing: I don't really care for Dumb and Dumber 2, but this was worse than Dumb and Dumber 2, in my opinion.
Wow, that's
Wow.
I want to go
I mean, yeah, it was just, I don't know. I don't even own it. I'm not gonna own it, and even though I have the first 2 movies.
I have the first 2 films from Shout Factory, actually.
Okay, I don't have. This is spoiler alert. I don't have Bill and Ted 3 in my worst list, but one thing that really, really pissed me off was the beginning. How they just retconned the ending in the second one.
Exactly. That
everything didn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, they didn't save the universe. Now they're fucking losers
And
again.
then they, just to do the same ending in the end of this one, like why?
Yeah.
The Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey ended it so well with God Gave Rock and Roll to You. They saved the world. They're famous rock stars. They got the girls, and now they're losers in fucking marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In the future, they don't like them, which makes no sense.
I think they honestly,
Man.
I thought they kind of waited too long too. I mean, that's the problem with some of these sequels. It's like they wait too long. Like just to throw this out there, they're saying that Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to come back, for another True Lies movie and a new Predator and even it's like you're waiting too long for this stuff. Like you need to do it when you're in your prime or at least, earlier, in my opinion. I just think, Keanu Reeves is all into the John Wick stuff. That's like his main franchise. Before it was Matrix. Yeah. And I know they're doing another Matrix, but I'm saying John Wick is the franchise he falls back on. I think he's most happy with it. So it's like anything else, I don't think he cares too much.
Outside of John Wick, everything he does is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Replicas, Siberia,
Knock Knock.
Fucking hate that.
You guys sucked my cock. It was free pizza. Yeah, fucking Eli Roth and his great dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
It sucked. I kind of
get. I was saying that for years. Like, we don't need to build Ted 3, to be honest.
We didn't really. It was all for the fans. They did a lot of fan service, but in the end, when you think about the story, they didn't go nowhere. They didn't do nothing.
They didn't have the hearts, Yeah. Didn't have heart. So
I have still yet to see that one, and I know you three have seen it. Now, I guess growing up in the 80s, I did enjoy those movies, but I never owned them on VHS or DVD. Would you say, I mean, I kind of wanted to see it because I've seen the other two. Would you guys just say don't watch it?
I would say watch it. You enjoyed Dumb and Dumber 2. I would say watch it just because it's the third movie.
They're not fresh in your memory, so you might not even I don't know.
It might not bother you that much.
It may not even mean anything. You're like, oh, whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
I was surprised how many people liked it.
See, that's what I'm afraid of, Julie. They're going to make Speed 3. If Keanu's part of it, then I'm afraid. I think he's not going to do good if he's part of it. I just don't think it's.
I'm afraid that he's grown out of the Jack Traven role.
Well, in Speed, he doesn't have to act all dumb or whatever like he had to do with Ted.
No, but you get what I'm saying. It's like
you play like John Wick.
He's focusing on John Wick is his most successful. Like that's his main thing to fall back on. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't put effort, but whatever.
You know what? To be honest, I never thought he was like an amazing actor.
He's not. He's good at action, but he's not. Yeah, as far as dialogue, he sucks. I think he kind of sucks at dialogue.
He does.
Point Break worked because that kind of movie, he was playing kind of like a surfer. He had that the right dialogue for that movie because he's a cop and he's going undercover as a surfer, so it worked. But other movies like Bill and Ted, it worked because of his rocker persona,
right? Yeah.
But in this movie, it was like, where'd that go?
I know.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
So
he was really good in Speed. So
Speed was honestly, Speed is one of my favorites with him. That's definitely
that's awesome.
Yeah.
What about the freight elevators?
Harry, you told me to shoot you.
Indy 5 will never happen, Julie. Harrison Ford's probably going to croak. I'm sorry to say that.
Bring back Shia.
Damn. Yep, Shia's going to take the place.
Got dark quick.
Shia's going to take the place.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see about you. I'm not.
Indy, cover your heart. Anyway.
Yeah. So Rob's number 3 is Bill and Ted 3.
So you figure the worst for all of us was Mulan, Bulletproof 2, and Bill and Ted 3. All right.
And Bill and Ted 3 holds a 6.1 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes 82%, audience score 70%.
Too high
based on what you guys are saying.
Way too high. No way.
I didn't hate it as much as these guys here, but I just thought it was like, all that weight. I'm like, oh, that's it, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dan, you said you had no number 3.
Yeah, I mean, I really tried. I mean, like I said, I saw 11 movies
last
Robert. Year, and
Robert Humphrey.
Becky was good. I like Becky.
Paul Blart goes crazy.
Chucky, I kind of agree with you. I agree with you in that. Like, I can't stand the Transformers movies, really. So
Yeah. Well, Shia LaBeouf's like one of his better performances, like is
Garbage.
Disturbia.
I can watch the first one. That's fine, but
Yeah, like Shia LaBeouf's like performances, like is one of his better ones, like Disturbia.
Disturbia, I actually like that
He
movie.
was good in that one.
Yeah.
Your point here, they need to leave classic movies alone. They really do.
Mhm,
Yeah.
They always find a way to fuck it up.
mhm. So Dan, you don't have number 3, right?
Right. Yeah. I just there was only 2 movies I didn't particularly care
You
for.
don't want to squeeze one in
that
there.
I saw.
You don't want to squeeze
Hey,
one.
that's
that?
fine. Hey, that's
I
fine.
really couldn't. So, I mean, I had I got this list here of movies that aren't on my top 3 either one, and I tried. I'm like, I don't want to put this on a worst list because I actually liked the movie.
Okay.
So
Oh, I get it now.
So,
Hey,
yeah,
it's fine. You know.
so skip Dan for now.
Let's go to number 2.
yeah,
Number 2.
I broke the rules. I apologize.
That's fine. It's just like 2020 sucked that much. There weren't even that many that bad movies. That's bad it was.
There weren't any movies, period, hardly. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, my number 2. I'm not sure if you guys have even seen this one. I can't say it's obscure because like when it came out like on demand or whatever,
Okay.
some people talked about it, but it kind of seems like it's forgotten. Antebellum.
Ooh.
Didn't see that one.
Ooh, that's a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Antebellum. It's pretty much if someone tried to do like if someone tried to mix Get Out with 12 Years a Slave, but really fucking horrible. You know?
How do you spell it?
Antebellum.
3 from Hell.
Okay.
Robert, I thought 3 from Hell was just kind of not really. It didn't really make sense to me. That movie.
It died in Devil's Rejects.
It's just I just don't see how they even continued it. And even without Sid Haig, that was kind of a slap in the face. Even Rob Zombie said he wasn't going to do it without Sid Haig, but they just got him to do a little scene and that was it. And then they replace him just like that.
With the other guy.
It's all of a sudden it's what's his name?
Joe Chill.
It's Otis's brother that we knew nothing about. He just shows up. And so we're supposed to care about this character now. It's just whatever.
Yeah. So like Antebellum pretty much is a movie. Like I'm gonna spoil it. I don't care. Spoiler alert for Antebellum.
I don't care. I've never seen it. I really don't matter to me.
Is that the movie? Is that the movie that deals like with on the poster and in the trailer there was antlers?
Antlers? No.
No, that's The Lodge.
Okay.
That's a different movie. Yeah, that's a different movie.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much just
I thought that one that Thomas mentioned actually, I was like, that looked actually pretty interesting, but I haven't heard of this one.
Because this one pretty much how the movie goes, it cuts back and forth to modern times and slavery times. You thinking it's 2 different timelines, but it's revealed like no, it's taking place in the same modern time. They just it's pretty much all these rich white people kidnap a bunch of I guess famous black people and like in this place in the South. Like, they do the Civil War reenactment, like some in the forest. They built this whole thing where it's just like slavery, and then they make black people today as slaves and everything. And it's like that makes no sense because like they would never get away with this shit, man. People like we have drones and planes that will see this shit, you know, and like it's so fucking dumb because they do it at the end. They do escape, but because the people running this place are so stupid, they leave their cell phones on their horses, you know, so they can call it.
Sounds kind of like The Village too.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of it has a little bit of The Village in there.
Yeah, it does have
They try to do the whole Get Out thing. It's so stupid. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that too.
That does sound stupid.
If you look at the poster of Antebellum as well, it looks like it's like a ripoff of like Get Out and Us.
Kind of, and like also there's like a kind of like a butterfly thingy.
Yeah,
like and the woman's mouth.
yeah.
Kind of like that's there's no butterflies in the movie. I don't remember any butterflies or moss or whatever.
Kind of Silence of the Lambs then, like Silence of the Lambs now.
But yeah, when they do the horror revelation, like, oh, it's actually today's time. Like, what the fuck? So dumb. So yeah, don't. Yeah, it's just like if somebody tried to do Get Out, but really bad.
Yeah, Chucky doll, Mandy was okay. I still think it's kind of overhyped, but it was all right.
I enjoyed Mandy.
I like the third act probably.
Out there, and it's kind of slow.
Well, I mean, it's different, which I do like that, but I didn't really understand.
I agree with Julie. Bumblebee is really the only good Transformer movie.
I agree with that too.
Oh, Bumblebee, yeah.
And the 1986 animated movie.
There you go. There you go.
Well, of course. So many shitty Transformers movies. Yeah.
Not Bumblebee Tuna, the movie
Bumblebee Tuna, yeah. So yeah, that's my number 2.
My number 2. Okay, now like.
Oh wait, hold on a second, Thomas. So this is just Antebellum 5.6, just like Mulan. Rotten Tomato score though is bad, 28%. Audience score is 53%, which is kind of like Mulan. So really, Alex, your two choices: audiences agreed and IMDb agrees. Do you agree with that 5.6
for Antebellum?
Yeah.
They're too high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes got it right. 28% is fair. So, yeah, that's number 2, Antebellum. All right, go ahead, Thomas.
My number 2. Now my top 2 are the more, I guess, more famous ones. They're not obscure ones anymore. Number 2 is actually one of the first films that came out in 2020. It was actually it came out in January.
Oh.
And no, it's not The Grudge, by the way.
I was just saying it's The Grudge.
No, it's not. It was on my honorable mentions, but it didn't make it though.
Okay.
That was pretty bad.
What is it?
Doolittle.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot about the movie.
Oh.
Doolittle.
I didn't even see that one.
I was like, no.
I figured
it looked bad.
I heard that this was sort of Robert Downey Jr.'s pet project after he did Marvel.
Right.
Yes.
And I know there was a shitload of reshoots for this, and there was a lot of production problems. And
they're doing another one too.
I don't know why. The jokes that you get are pretty much bottom of the barrel, kind of like humor. I swear to God, Robert Downey Jr. as Doolittle, if this was done 10 years ago, it would have been played by Johnny Depp.
Julia, you know what? I couldn't get into Get Out when I first saw it, but then after I watched it a few more times, I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah. So give it another shot, Julie.
It's just one of those things, you know.
I think she gave it a shot most recently, and she still couldn't get into it.
Oh, that's second viewing already?
Yeah. I think she showed it in an update.
Well, third time's the charm.
Yeah.
So literally like one of the first, like there's literally a joke in Doolittle where they pull bagpipes out of a dragon's ass.
Oh, I'm seeing this movie now.
Oh, and there's a pull.
What?
There's like all these animals and they're voiced by different famous actors.
Right.
So you have a dog with glasses voiced by
Tom Holland's in it, yeah.
Yeah, Tom
Holland
Holland
has to be Robert Downey Jr. all the time.
He voices a dog with glasses who's rubbing his butt on the carpet to secure the perimeter.
Man, I can't wait to see this movie.
Sounds very charming.
And there's a fucking polar bear, and guess who it's voiced by?
Kevin James.
John Cena.
John Cena?
John Cena as like a surfer dude talking polar bear.
I thought you were going to say there was a hawk in the movie. I was getting ready to walk out.
Yeah. Boy, I wish I would have shut. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you also have a gorilla voiced by Rami Malek. You have I think you have a cheetah or something like that, or a tiger voiced by Ray Fiennes.
The casting sounds so random.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, and there's a point where someone gets kicked in the one of the animals gets kicked in the balls,
Uh-huh.
and the animal's name is Barry, and then they get kicked in the balls, and they're like, "Oh, my berries!"
That must be a Michael Bay joke.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Direct-
There's even a point where there's a point in the movie too where one of the animals says to Doolittle, "Oh, little Doolittle, did you do a little doo doo? Did you make a doo doo?"
Yeah.
And this is like it's bottom of the barrel type of
That sounds Oscar worthy.
and
Oh crap!
Sounds a lot better than Citizen Kane. Yeah, it sounds like they just had a raffle full of random actors' names and just let's see who's gonna play the polar bear. Oh, John Cena.
yeah, it's like the animals. You have Tom Holland, Ray Fiennes, John Cena, Rami Malek. I think Craig Robinson voices one of the animals as well. I think he's one of them. Believe so. It's been so long since I saw it. Probably for good reason.
Yeah. It came out in January, but yeah.
I know it flopped. It lost a lot of money.
It did, yeah.
I know there was a lot of reshoots done. You could obviously tell. Very incohesive story. Crappy jokes. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. just doing his best Johnny Depp impression as Captain Jack Sparrow.
It looked like he was just doing a Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, and it's like that's what it pretty much was, but not as good of a version of Sherlock Holmes.
Dr. Sherlock Doodle, whatever. That's the trailer.
That's all I really got to say about Doolittle. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not bothering watching it.
No, don't even.
Yeah.
So it holds a 5.6 on IMDb.
That's too high.
And Rotten Tomatoes is low, 13%, but audiences liked it, 76%.
I go with the critics, 13%.
Well, if they liked it so much, how come they didn't see it in theaters?
13%, I agree with the critics.
Oh, and this is
how about the 5.6 on IMDb? Is that
high.
good
That's
or lower? It should be lower.
It should be lower.
Too
It's
high.
probably like at least a 3.
And it came out. Like
Okay.
a month before the pandemic happened. So it's like it flopped because it flopped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay. That was
No
number 2.
excuses.
Doodle. It's just called Doodle, right?
Yeah, it's called Doolittle.
Yeah, Doolittle.
Doolittle.
Yeah.
He didn't have a doctor's degree yet, or what? Is this an origin story?
I guess it was trying to what it was trying to be, and it failed.
Okay. So yeah, Rob, you're number 3.
Number 2.
Oh, sorry, I said number 3. Sorry, number 2.
Number 2. I probably guarantee you guys didn't see it. The Grudge.
I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it.
So was it like actually?
So is this a remake or is
It's
it
a
a
remake.
continuation?
It's a remake, and it. I tell you what, there was only one good. Betty Gilpin is in this movie too, from The Hunt. There was only.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah, she wasn't bad, but the shining actress in this was Lin Shaye. I always like Lin Shaye. I think she does a great job, whatever she's in. And but the movie, it was just it was so boring and it looked terrible.
It was hardly even a Grudge movie.
It's exactly. There was nothing. It wasn't like what was it, 2004?
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
After that long since the Grudge came out, wow.
Well, here's the thing. I enjoy the first Grudge. I enjoy Grudge 2 even more. I thought Grudge 2 was better. Grudge 3 sucked. It was terrible. But this one, I honestly don't understand why this was on anybody's mind. Like, oh, you know what? We need a Grudge remake. It's like, when they came out with like Black Christmas, it's like, why remake that again?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need this. This is just
It's already been remade.
exactly. How many times do we have to keep remaking stuff? It just don't make sense to me.
Because the 2004 Grudge is a remake of
It's a remake of the Japanese.
Japanese version. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and you know what? I keep forgetting it's in the first Grudge movie.
The what?
You know who I keep forgetting is in the first movie?
Bill Pullman.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I always keep forgetting Bill Pullman was in that. That's like one of the last I remember that was like one of the last like big theatrical films that Bill Pullman like ever did.
Well, he was in Independence Day too.
Yeah, but like in between that time, like I don't think he really did too many.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What should happen?
I don't know.
You left your shorts on the highway. Uh-oh. Gotta go.
These are Hanes 32. These are Hanes 32.
Here you go.
Kmart sucks.
Kmart sucks.
What happened?
Dan just missed that. Oh, Dan, you missed it.
Sorry.
He hit. Yeah.
What happened?
Dan, you should have seen it.
He said he hit the wrong button, I think.
I hit.
He hit X.
Sorry.
Oh, Dan.
Never hit the red button. Okay.
Oh yeah. Ugh!
You hit the button and said, "Do not hit this button." You hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Dan.
You said Kmart sucks.
Yeah.
You should have saw what we did. Like as soon as you went offline, I went like, uh-oh.
I was going, uh-oh.
Like Rain Man did. Uh-oh. And we were going, Kmart
Nice.
sucks. But anyways, Rob, continue on what you were saying about.
Oh, I'm done.
Very bad.
The movie sucks.
And I'll tell you what, too, to elaborate on your point, Rob, about it's such a wasted cast. Like you said, Betty Gilpin, Lin Shaye.
Yeah.
Even John Cho.
Yeah, John Cho. Yeah.
John Cho.
And they weren't bad. Like
No, they weren't bad at all.
it was just the direction that they had him go in. It was really just like, oh man, I don't know.
And you know what, too? It kind of really did. It's like, you know how like the first Grudge was kind of like one cohesive story about like the girl and Sarah Michelle Gellar, things like that in the house.
Yeah, and the lady she's taking care of, and
this one was like three stories into one. You had like the John Cho story.
it almost felt like an anthology.
Yeah, really.
Is that little boy up here again doing the cat sounds? Is that in this one?
No, you don't get any of that.
In the movie.
No hand in the head in the shower thing.
It's the least like the Grudge films that we know, but the direction they took it in, it's so boring as. I'm sorry,
Right.
it sucks. It just sucks.
And how do you make a Grudge movie boring? Like the first one wasn't boring.
You know what? I'd hate to say that. I think Grudge 3 was better.
That's sad.
I don't know. At least they had something. Hey, Kenny, what's up?
Oh yeah, what's up, Kenny?
Hey. Better late than
Kenny.
never.
Hey, it's all right. Don't apologize.
No, you came in just. I mean, we're only doing a top three anyway, so you didn't really miss much.
Yeah. We're almost done with the worst. So yeah,
we didn't even get to the best yet. So
Yeah, that's my pick for number 2.
number 2.
all right, Dan, number 2 for you.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, wait, Dan.
Well, real quick here, I'll go over the Grudge stuff. So yeah, Grudge 4.3 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes 21%, audience score 23%.
Yeah.
What do you think of that 4.3, Rob? Is that too high?
Yes.
That's even like IMDb scores are too high for these movies.
I don't know what they're smoking.
Every one of them.
Honestly, I don't know what they're smoking.
Every one of them, you guys have been like too high.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, same here, Kenny. We really didn't see many.
I tried to see as much, but there was a few that just didn't interest me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of films this year that just didn't pique my interest.
No. So all right.
And number 2.
Can finally go. What's your number 2?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is probably very odd, and I'll probably get some flack for this.
I know what it is.
But my number 2.
I don't know what it is.
Oh wow.
Tenet.
I didn't see it, so
I was predicting. No, you're not gonna look. I rewatched it again. I couldn't get into it.
Oh, coming from a Christopher
Okay.
Nolan fanboy.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I just kinda,
Yeah, right there. Woo!
yeah. But you go ahead. I'll explain why. You go ahead first because it's your list.
Okay, so sure. So I did see it in the theater. It was very hard to get into because the plot was so complicated. And it was almost confusing to the point of like, okay, Christopher Nolan, like we get you like complicated things, but he kind of went overboard, I feel. And again, it's solely plot, and I actually think Christopher Nolan is to blame. I thought the actors all did fine. That John David Washington, he actually was charismatic. I liked him. I thought he did do a good job. I'd like to see him in more things. Like Robert Pattinson, he did good too. But Batman. I gotta say this. Yeah, I gotta say this. In typical Christopher Nolan fashion, the fact that he, did practical effects, I will give him that. That's always been that he does everything practical. And I mean, the movie does look very good. It does look amazing, but that didn't save the movie. And again, I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't care for it either. It's kind of like for me, when Dunkirk came out, I wasn't interested in seeing it. That was the first Christopher Nolan movie that I said, I don't really want to see Dunkirk. And then I ended up watching it. Dunkirk.
It's probably watching it. You know why? Why you did? You know why? Is because all the damn trailers that kept coming out. We probably got sick of it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I saw Dunkirk at home, and I was just like, again, it looked beautiful and it was filmed beautifully, but I just was like, nothing. There was nothing that made me jump out that was amazing. Like I want to watch it again. And how I felt about Tenet, like when I left the theater, I just was like, and it really did feel like, I don't know, like I don't want to say this about Christopher Nolan because I do like the way he does film movies, but it felt very similar to the last several movies he made as far as like going through the motions, like the way everything was set up. And I almost feel like he needs to either change it up a little bit or just come up with a better plot because like Interstellar, Inception, like I like those movies. This felt like it was like those movies, but just not as interesting. So that's kind of basically what I would say about it.
Yeah. Kenny, 1917 is better than Dunkirk, in my opinion.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
I like 1917 too. Yeah,
a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to.
It's really good.
It's a good one.
Here's the problem with Nolan's last two movies is that he concentrates so much of the spectacle, whereas like he doesn't invest more time in the plot and the characters. He used to be good at doing everything like that, spectacle and characters and story. With Inception, with his Batman movies, with Interstellar, not with Dunkirk and Tenet. It's just like, he wants to really show off his, the practical stuff. Like, that's cool, but like, you still need to have interesting characters and a plot that makes at least like we can follow it. Like, it's like you're trying.
At least makes no cohesive sense,
right? It's like we got to do this. And honestly, like watching it the second time, like I was still kind of lost in how the time travel worked.
That's what I was saying. It's his most confusing movie, no question.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't even have an answer for you if you asked him.
Yeah. It does look cool. Like even like the backwards fight they have in the airport scene, like it's cool. It looks good. It looks cool, but it's like I don't know what the hell's going on. So it's like,
and it was such an odd plot. Like that, it almost like the backwards stuff that you're talking about. It was almost goofy. Like it almost like this is just weird.
Because like there's a part when the character around and he's like going backwards, like, and I don't know.
Yeah,
but, like,
I know.
So his sound mixing, he needs to fix that because it's terrible. You can't hear the dialogue.
Yeah, well, Hans Zimmer, I love him, but like, man, like sometimes his music, like,
Well,
it's just blasts so loud sometimes.
Well, he didn't compose the Tenant. Yeah. Hans
Oh,
Zimmer
he didn't? Oh, I'm sorry.
He actually didn't. Yeah, because he was busy with Dune.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my mistake. My
Yeah,
mistake.
but he-
The music was definitely jarring.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much agree with you. Like, it looks good, and the actors were fine, but it's like the characters, their material they work with, it's just like wasn't really that interesting.
Yeah.
So hopefully, he
So,
makes a movie next time. So we'll see. Now I'm kind of worried.
well,
Like,
and go off.
has he lost it? Has he lost his touch? Now I'm worried a little bit, to be honest.
He's the new M. Night Shyamalan. He's the new M. Night Shyamalan.
God, I hope not. Imagine Christopher Nolan's that happening. Oh, shit.
My God. And Christian Bale will be the Mark Wahlberg character.
He's making a new one, by the way, too. M. Night.
M. Night, yeah.
What's he got? What's he got next?
I think it's called Old or something.
Old.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And the plot is under wraps. All they have is a poster. They just have a poster, and it's like an hourglass with people instead of sand.
Interesting.
Does it say who's in it?
No, I don't think so. Did it?
No.
I didn't see a
I'd
cast.
have to look it up. It comes out this year, though.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
It's out in July.
If it's good, then I'll say, okay, M. Night's back.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right. So yeah, that was number 2 Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet, though, again, I think it's just Christopher Nolan fans. It's got a 7.5 on IMDb, which is actually low for a Christopher Nolan movie, but it holds a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes and the audience score is 76%.
Those scores are usually high for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like in the 80s or 90s. Okay. So that was our number 2s.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, on to number 1.
Ooh, number 1. This is gonna be a good one.
Yes. I'm not sure if any of you guys. Okay, this is me going first. I don't know. I'm not sure if any of you guys saw this movie.
Okay.
But I think if you did, it probably would be in your top 3.
Okay.
Well, I'm guessing you guys didn't see this one. And that was.
I don't know what it is yet.
You have no idea?
No, I don't know.
The Witches remake.
I kind of figured.
Wow.
I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
The original classic is so
Bad.
Judging from the freaking trailer, I already made my assumption.
Yes.
But it's
I mean,
bad like
agreed.
there was, but then some more bad.
The original classic is so good.
Because it sort of tries to be different, but it's pretty much almost the same thing, but done very badly. No practical effects.
Very crappy effects.
Everything CGI. It's bad CGI. Really bad CGI.
Just for the record, I saw parts of it, but not the whole thing. So
It's not scary at all. Not creepy. It has a more campy tone. Which sucks. It had some good actors in it, but I thought most of them were bad. And I loved Anna Hathaway, but she was bad in the movie. She was way, way over the top, but not in a good way.
She doesn't look intimidating at all. She looks like, you know what she looks like when she has her wig off? She looks like that freaking creature from that Splice movie.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like.
Yeah.
With the chicken legs.
Yeah.
that's fucking true.
If I could have Adrian Brody go in there and have sex with a chicken leg. That movie's stupid.
And then they try to overdo some of the scenes way too much. When she's like screaming at the witches, she throws the table across the room, breaks them. Like, what? You're trying to that happens, and like, oh yeah, if you guys are if you like the way Rowan Atkinson played the hotel manager, how he kind of was sort of like a hero at the end. Nope, they ruined that part because Stanley Tucci's character doesn't do anything. He's a moron. And the witches, they don't even do a good job of hiding who they are. They sometimes they act evil in front of people. And
Do Do they show women or not women, but do they show children getting kidnapped?
No, not real. No, not really. Because that flashback, it's done differently. Because in the flashback in the remake, instead of kidnapping them, they just put a curse on the little girl. She turns into a chicken. Speaking of chicken legs, she turns into that. Instead of going in the portrait, the little girl in the flashback, she turns into a chicken.
See, that's why the original is so scary and stuff, because they show actual kids getting kidnapped and like they want to kill the children. It's like it's supposed to be a family film, but at the same time, it's like creepy.
And it's like throughout the movie, you have Chris Rock narrating because he's supposed to be the little boy all grown up, and it's like,
oh my god,
it felt out of place. Like it felt shoehorned in. Like you're seeing like the witches go into the big meeting room, and then you have Chris Rock narrating, "Well, the witches." Blah, blah, blah,
so he was not the right choice then.
No, it's like why is his narration in the movie?
No sex in the champagne room.
And the acting is different from the original. Spoilers. He doesn't turn back human. None of the rats turn back human.
Hope they die.
Actually, Julie had a question.
They create like a team full of kids that are gonna go out kill the witches. I'm like, why are you recruiting kids? Don't kill witches.
Julie actually has a question here.
How about the look of the movie? I thought the movie looked all cartoony.
Yeah,
like Ghostbusters.
No, I haven't seen the craft. Like, I actually want to see that just to see it because it's supposed to be a sequel, but
I haven't seen that yet either.
No, yeah, it does look. It was too cartoony. The witches.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, no, you get no. There's nothing scary, nothing fun. No charm. I don't care about the characters. So it's like, yeah, and he stays in Moscow. He ages, even though mice die early in the year. So
no, Julie, I want to see it. Like I said, I haven't seen it.
Nah, I haven't seen it either.
And then like if you guys saw my video when I did reviewing the trailer, like I said, like it's so stupid in the trailer when she says, "I know you're a witch. I'm gonna stop you." That's so stupid.
Right.
It's pretty stupid in the movie because like they do the poison thing. They put the formula in the soup, but the Octavia Spencer, which I think she's a good actress, but like
I like Octavia Spencer. Yeah.
But her character is so dumb. She goes in the same room.
Why?
Where they're having dinner, and like she's watching them like pretty close, eating the soup, and then the Grand High Witch notices her, and she doesn't eat the soup right away.
Why is there like a scar like they're the fucking Joker? Like why is there a scar thing in their mouth like opens really? What the hell?
That's part of like their mythology that they instead of like they wear masks, they just wear wigs. And then they're like like they're it. They're like that.
What are they from Resident Evil? Like, come on.
And they like their hands they grow, their fingers kind of grow. They can stretch. Like they can stretch like long, like they're like elastic.
Oh, they're Gumby. They're Gumby.
Yeah. Their legs
fantastic.
Their feet and arms can extend. Like
spoiler alert, she's the daughter of Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
She's Plastic Man.
Plastic Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a DC film.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, I know. Yeah, it's on HBO Max. If you guys want, and I did not get HBO Max to see it. I fucking found a
You're a pirate.
Yeah,
it was
a good HD version. Thank you. Letting that happen.
I'm
not gonna.
Alex,
I wasn't gonna pay.
Come on.
HBO what?
I wouldn't want to pay either.
Alex, come on. Alex. Hey, Alex.
What?
Alex.
What?
Come on. Come on.
It's the Witches. It was the Witches remake.
Alex, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Alex.
I admit it. I'm a pirate.
Arr, matey.
Mm-hmm.
Arg.
Yeah.
Arg.
Arg. This chair behind like his eye.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, The Witches 2020 is the worst 2020 movie I saw. Really bad.
Well, that would agree with your rundown here of your three movies. Actually, kind of makes sense. Witch has got a 5.3 on IMDb, which is the lowest of the three you picked. 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience score 33%.
49%. That's way too high.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Yeah, that is pretty high.
Even though I haven't seen it, but who cares?
Yeah, don't bother.
I saw parts of it, so I gave up on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, those number one witches.
Comfortable here.
It was the premium.
All right.
I will say it's worse than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I
I can't
I
stand it.
like that movie. I actually like that movie.
I can't stand that movie, but it was
there are things I like about it too.
It was
But
worse.
yeah,
Good morning.
I don't like Johnny Depp. I just don't like him in that movie.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna sing us a little song.
Yeah.
I like both versions of that, actually. I like both chocolate factories. I like both chocolate factories.
I like good chocolate, not shit chocolate.
Oh, Rob would kill me with that.
You better eat. You better start eating right now before it melts.
Yeah. You know what, Dan? You know, when that Charlie and Chocolate Factory first came out, people actually liked it. I remember people actually liked it.
I did too. I will admit.
Like when that first, I remember people liked it. And then,
Like what?
Charlie and Chocolate Factory when it first came out.
There are things I like.
That's because it's good.
People,
I like the story of.
Sucked.
I like the story of Charlie, or not Charlie, but Willy Wonka and his father. Like I liked all that stuff. Like that stuff was good.
I actually like.
What about?
I like the songs though.
Christopher Lee was cool.
He
was cool. Yeah.
I like the songs. Like okay,
There was one.
What do you have here? Caramel.
Yeah.
Lollipops.
Caramel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, Thomas, what's your number one?
He's Tim Curry.
I am such a beast.
Actually, we'll actually like to see that, like Tim Curry as Willy Wonka. Maybe that'd be something on that.
So my number one.
Yes, worst of 2020.
Oh yeah, here we go.
What is it?
This movie is a fucking piece of shit.
What is it?
Rob's number 3. Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Ah, I knew.
Oh wow!
I knew.
Wow. Okay.
He hated it more than me.
You did.
That's because I'm such a I
Yeah.
saw like the first 2 Bill and Ted films, and they were so fresh in my mind, and I'm such a diehard fan of these first 2 films. I personally think Bogus Journey is very underrated.
You know what? I appreciate Bogus Journey more now.
It's like I love the
I do now.
I love the creativity of like when they're in hell with like the sergeant character and the grandma and Mr. Boney and
Why'd you hate Bill and Ted 3?
Because well, first off, they rehashed everything at the end of Bogus Journey, so they made it completely fucking pointless.
Mm-hmm.
So like they when they sang God Gave Rock and Roll to You, like that didn't fucking matter. And now look at them now they're fucking losers, and now they're in marriage counseling and all this other shit.
Even though Bogus Journey, there were like magazines and stuff like that saying like, Ryan Stallin's number 1 in the charts and all this shit, and then like, and the beginning of the third one, it's like, oh, they're banned everywhere.
The whole story arc still doesn't it doesn't take away the fact that Keanu Reeves just sucks in the movie. It's like the story arc is one thing, but he sucks.
He doesn't get the role of Ted anymore.
No.
He was off.
John Wick, Theater Logan.
And just be excellent and party on, dudes.
Yeah. Whereas like in the original, he's like, party on, dudes. The more
He had energy. Yeah, he seemed like he was sick in this movie.
It just seemed like John Wick trying to be Ted.
Yeah.
Look, I tell you what, Keanu Reeves looked really fucking weird looking without a beard, didn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't look right.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. It looked like he was ill and like he looked like he was gravely ill or something.
Maybe that explains his performance. He's just ill.
He looked like he had cancer to the face. Like honestly.
It looked like his face. It looked like his face is melting. And then on top of it too, then trying to think. Oh yeah, then it gets to the whole point where it's daughters of Bill and Ted. They're just doing they're doing like they did the first movie again.
Right.
Like remember how like in the first movie they did like Genghis Khan, Abe Lincoln, Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
In this one, the girls are going back in time and getting like musical figures.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Johnny Depp should have played Ted because he's pale face.
Hi guys, party on, dude.
Yeah, Johnny Depp and Sleepy Hollow and Edward Scissorhands. He's pale, man. He likes Sweeney Todd and
Everything is with Tim Burton. He's just pale.
Why is Johnny Depp and Tim Burton butt buddies? Why are they?
Me and Alex were butt buddies in the Howling thing we did.
No.
Well, you're Jimbo and Ted.
Yeah.
Fucking right, we are.
Yeah. Those guys were together.
Dead fuck.
Yeah.
But
Ah,
I'll tell you what, another thing I really did not. I know this is kind of like a small thing about Bill and Ted. Like, what other part I did not like about the newer movie? So you know how like in the when they're in marriage counseling and then like the princess are saying like, why do you keep saying that? Like, say I love you. It's not we love you.
yeah, Julie, they're actually greenlighting that, from what I hear. Beetlejuice 2.
No.
Please get Michael Keaton, please.
I think Michael Keaton can still do it.
Yeah, but Tim Burton's a hack.
Michael Keaton is the one he's the one that wants it to get pushed through. He's actually
Well,
been
he's gonna have a busy
for a few
schedule,
years.
right? He's gonna have a busy schedule, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He doesn't have time for Beetlejuice too.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what too. The special effects in here look really cheap.
Yeah.
They do.
It really did scream a direct-to-video movie.
Yeah, Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, like Sci-Fi Channel. Like the first two films, like especially like the second film, the effects were beautiful. Like on station, station, like the robots and like the way they designed the world of hell, like with the Easter Bunny and the grandma, and you have like the different colored lights. Like the grandma's light was blue and the bunny was pink. And
one thing that doesn't make any sense, like in Bill and Ted 3, they're at the wedding and they don't know how to play. But guys, did you forget the second movie? They knew how to play now.
Yeah, and another creepy thing about like speaking of wedding. You know what I found really creepy in Bill and Ted 3?
Missy married Deacon, yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck kind of shit is this?
Yeah.
And
she likes them old and young.
And on top of that too, do you really? It seemed like when it got to like the act where the daughters were going back in time and doing the whole time travel to get musical figures, it really did. It doesn't really feel like Bill and Ted are the stars of the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of more about the daughters.
They're like cold. I would say co-stars. They have kind of the same amount of screen time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's kind of how I felt with like Dumb Dumber 2. Like it was about the daughter,
right?
Half of the that was the basis story.
I will say though, it has one. Bill and Ted 3 has one really good scene that I actually liked. Was when Bill and Ted. This is spoiler alert for Dan. When they meet the old Bill and Ted in the hospital, I actually kind of like that.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that was the only.
You ruined the movie.
I thought that was the only scene that had kind of some heart.
Alex Winter was really good. That's the one good thing I can say.
Whenever you think of heart, I want to fart because that's what I wanted to do during this movie.
So yeah, I've had Bill and Ted 3 times.
Yeah, and another thing too. One of the things that doesn't make any sense about the movie either was like, yeah, the people in the future hate them.
No, I mentioned that earlier.
It's like like in the older movies, like the people in the future were cool and
Yeah, they worship them.
yeah, and now they fucking despise them. Like what the? It's like, and you know what kills me about this too? They're the same writers of the first two movies.
Yeah.
That's what kills me.
Yeah.
They waited too long. They
They're
waited
more
too long.
What they were in the first two films.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill and Ted 3 can go suck an ass. It can eat a dick. It can go fuck itself.
Thanks.
It stinks. This place stinks.
All right. So that's Thomas number 1, Bill 10-3.
Yeah, Bill and Ted 3 can go.
Yeah. All right. Rob, what's your number 1 worst?
My number 1 would have been The Witches if I, if I'd seen it, but
that probably would have been your best movie of the year.
the one I'm going to mention is I guarantee you probably haven't seen, and I guess it has like a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, 9%. I'm really with this.
It's based on like I think
Wow.
it's based on like 56 reviews, and it is The Boy 2.
Oh wow!
Brahms The Boy 2. What that movie! God,
I forgot that movie existed.
the first Boy movie wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was actually kind of okay.
It was a movie that dealt with like with dolls and stuff. Like I felt like they did a good job kind of with that, but the second movie didn't make no sense. The way the first movie ended, the second movie. So the second movie is considered to be a stand-alone sequel, and I don't understand it. The way the movie ends in the first, and then it starts up in this one. What happened? I'm not gonna. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm just saying, like,
I don't care. I'm never gonna see it.
let me just say this, like, what's her name? Katie Holmes. She wasn't bad in this movie. I'm not a big fan of her, but she's only when she's slapping Bruce. But this movie had like a $10 million budget, and it made like $20 million at the box office. It's just I don't know. I really don't want to get into it. It's bad. It's just terrible.
It has nothing to do with the first one, really.
I didn't even bother with
it. Doesn't have anything to do with the first one, but they still call it a sequel, but yet it stands alone. So it's like
a requel.
I don't know.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
I think another person who agrees with me is Chucky Doll, because I remember him saying almost the same thing in his review that he did. But it's just a movie that I randomly rented from Family Video, and I because I'm like, oh, The Boy 2. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to, that holy sanctuary.
Hasn't even been buried yet. So yeah, Boy 2.
Yeah, there's not really much to say other than it just sucks, and I don't understand what they were trying to do, honestly. I think that even had a theatrical release.
It did. I think it did. Yeah.
That's what makes me sick. I don't understand. Wow.
Sick. People will pay to see that. Nobody saw it.
Nobody did.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think people even like the first one. So
well, the first one, I don't think the first one was that really. It wasn't really talked about as much.
Yeah, really. It's kind of forgotten.
I'm not even sure.
I thought it was okay till the ending. When it was dumb, but
I'm not even sure if it made that much money. I can't believe they.
I don't know.
I can't believe they even made a sequel. I just don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's my number. Huh?
It's like if someone made a sequel to Bye Bye Man. Like, who cares? No one would watch it.
Yeah.
God, the Bye Bye Man. I forgot about that shit.
All right. So yeah, two.
That's my number 1. Like I said, it probably would have been The Witches, because I know I would have hated that. I know I would have hated The Witches.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably would have. Yeah. All right. Cool. The Boy 2.
Well, that movie, Boys 2, currently holds a 4.6 on IMDb, 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. For whatever reason, the audience score is 44%.
44?
That's what the hell are they smoking?
Yeah.
Too high?
That's way too high. Come on.
All these scores are way too high.
I don't know.
You know what though? Like that's why I like IMDb. I feel like the IMDb scores are the closest out of the three scores that I'm reading off. 4.6. That's low for a movie on there. So
Could be lower. Oh.
All right. What's your number one, Dan?
Oh yeah, I'm really curious about number one.
The most of 2020.
I know what it is.
It's the only movie. It's the only movie that I didn't like. I didn't like it. Birds of Prey.
And we saw it together.
Oh, Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
What was it?
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey was on my top 5. So
Not shocked.
Being a DC, not only, I mean, I'm a DC Comics fan, so I know a lot about the characters, the background. So again, I think that's another reason why I kind of stand with like not the general public when it comes to the DC movies, because a lot of people that say like the Snyderverse is too dark. It's like, well, he's being true to the comics, but I don't want to get into that. I'll get into the movie. The only thing is when I saw this with Rob, I was like, I liked Ewan McGregor because he was funny. And I thought Margot Robbie did a better job as Harley Quinn than she did in Suicide Squad. But I watched it a second time, and I liked it even less. I thought Mary Elizabeth Winstead was wasted. She was actually the only character that I was like, well, that character's kind of interesting, but they didn't do anything with her. But the movie was just terrible. Like, Jorny Smollett and Rosie Perez, I didn't think they did very good job as their characters. The worst part of it for me was Cassandra Cain. I don't know why I know I've gone over this with Alex and probably Rob, but that's a character from the comics that becomes Batwoman, okay? So there was no reason to have that character be that character in the movie. They could have named that character anything and it would have been fine. It made no sense to have a little girl play a part that had been that character. So that bothered me. Victor Zsasz was nothing like the comic book character. And even Black Mask. I mean, Black Mask is over the top. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, Ewan McGregor, like he was funny, but he was a little bit too funny for that character. But again, that was probably the only thing I liked about the movie. But here's the thing. It's like Suicide Squad, that movie sucks. I put this down there with it. I don't know which one I dislike more. One of those two is my least favorite, and I can never pick. They're both awful.
I'm not ready yet.
Hey, the fact that you can't decide which one's worse.
Hey, heroic waffles.
Heroic waffles.
I like waffles.
Yeah, I do too.
Hello.
I love waffles.
I thought the cinematography was good, and here's the thing. Like, there were a couple good action sequences, but the third act went way downhill. Like, what was the point of bringing out Black Canary's power
to me
one time at the end of the movie? It was just weird. And
to me,
that fight inside when they all got together as like the Birds of Prey, like that fight scene was awful. And like I was just like, this just seems like thrown in. I'm like, I don't know.
The action scenes to me were better than Suicide Squad, but that's not saying much.
Mm-hmm. The noise.
Yeah, Kenny, the Midnight Man is an awesome
The fight in the Funhouse. The Funhouse fight, I did not like. I was just like, this is just stupid. And then the end was stupid. I don't know. You guys have all seen it. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I liked it.
I mean, me and Rob. Me and Alex liked it.
Yeah, it's a lot better than Suicide Squad. You're smoking.
It is better. You know what? Suicide Squad
The one thing I agree with about Rob and Dan is that I do agree that Margot Robbie was better in this one than she was in Suicide Squad.
I agree with that too.
In my opinion, Will Smith carried Suicide Squad. I think he did. He was like the best part.
You know what, Rob? I do agree. I think Will Smith was actually the highlight.
Yeah.
I think he was better than Margot Robbie in Suicide Squad.
I think Suicide Squad, though, I mean, you had other characters that were interesting. I liked Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. I liked Jai Courtney, surprisingly, as Captain Boomerang. And Will Smith was great. And I don't know, the fight scenes in Suicide Squad are no good either. That's why, and of course, Jared Leto was just terrible.
Awful.
So it's just
awful.
It's just, but it's like, I don't know if I'll ever watch Birds of Prey again, but I think I would pop in Suicide Squad. So
I can tell you really meant that.
Okay.
I did.
He did mean that.
All that chit chat's gonna get you hurt.
Uh-huh.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so
you guys are gonna see that guy come back this year. Congratulations.
Good. I think it looks good.
Okay. Uh-huh. So,
Birds of Prey has a 6.1 on IMDb, and Suicide Squad has a 6.0. So they're very close on IMDb. But
really,
yep. Rotten Tomatoes for Birds of Prey is 78%, and audience score is 78%. I don't know what people are thinking for that. That's higher than Tenet, for crying out loud.
Well, it was better than Tenet. So.
No, what? No.
Jared Leto was better in Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah,
my opinion.
And Kenny's right. Jared Leto was the wrong choice for Joker.
Yeah.
You know who would have been a better choice for Joker?
Yeah, we went over that already. The take was bad.
You know who would have been a better Joker? I think Will Poulter would have been a good choice.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
William Dafoe.
Uh-huh.
Would have been better than fucking Green Goblin, that's for sure.
So, those are our top 3 worst.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Julie also mentioned about the Invisible Man. I like the Invisible Man too.
Yeah,
I have 2 disarmable mentions. I just want to mention quickly. Fantasy Island.
That was one of mine too.
Yeah. It wasn't even a horror movie. Like it's not even. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do with that movie. And I don't know if you guys even saw this movie. This was Josh Trank's newest movie, Capone.
I didn't
see it.
Yeah.
Nope.
It was pretty much. It's pretty much about Al Capone's like last year when he's like old and sick already, and Tom Hardy's performance is like bizarrely bad. Like he just really just mumbles like yeah, it's bad. And I'm not even joking. There's like 2 or 3 scenes where he shits himself. I'm not joking about that. That happens in the movie. He shits himself. It does. Yeah. It's bad. And so much for Josh Trank's comeback.
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
Yeah. All right. Release the Trank cut.
Do you guys have any of you others have dishonorable mentions?
I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
I have a couple more actually. Like some of them are already mentioned.
Just name a few, and then we'll move on.
Some of them are already mentioned, like The Grudge, Fantasy Island, The Boy 2, Antebellum, The Witches. Well, wait, no.
You didn't even see The Witches.
Sorry, yeah, I don't know why I put that on there. I guess I was scrolling through like Wikipedia and just listing off the worst movies that I saw. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see that one.
You meant The Craft?
What?
You meant The Craft?
The other ones that you guys didn't mention that were also in dishonorable mentions. There's like 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Turning.
Oh, I heard that was terrible.
No, I actually have 2. Sorry, not 3. 2. And the other one here that I had was Survive the Night. Julie, not the one that we like. I mean the one with Bruce Willis.
No, Bruce Willis. No,
Bruce Willis sleepwalking once again.
uh-huh. And what's the other one?
Yeah, Hubie Halloween.
Is it the Adam Sandler movie?
I think
Yeah.
Julie liked that one,
Okay.
or maybe she didn't. I don't remember.
I think I saw it. I didn't mind. The second time I watched it, I'm like, fuck this.
I saw the trailer. I was like, no thanks.
But yeah, those are the dishonorable ones for me.
All right, yeah, pretty terrible movies, right? Except for Birds of Prey, that was good. Nothing wrong about that.
No.
Okay. All right, so that was the worst. Time to get on the positive side. Our top 3. Yeah.
Gotta scratch out from those bad.
What the hell?
This is our.
What the hell?
We got top 3 best. All right.
Top 3 best.
Rob, you can go first on this one.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 3 for me is Unhinged.
All right.
Good one.
I really, of course, I bought it. One of the last movies I bought from Family Video again. The movie. You know what I loved about Unhinged is that could happen to anybody at any given time in real life.
It's very relatable.
And talking to somebody who kind of has road rage, I do admit it. I do.
Yeah, but not bad.
if I'm in a 30-mile-an-hour zone and someone's going like 15 or in 20, like, oh, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
But whatever, I just go with it. But Russell Crowe, God, he was so intimidating in this movie. It's like he gained a lot of weight, it seemed like, but he's so like if you like stood in front of him and he was like all aggressive like he was, it's just I was like, wow, that was awesome. But yeah, the whole movie is kind of like a cat and mouse chase. Which was fine with me. There was a little bit of story, a little bit of story development, character development, a little bit, but all in all, it was pretty simple on this guy who's just having a bad day. I think they took it a little bit farther than like Falling Down with Michael Douglas, which I still love that movie, but it's just basically a guy who's having a terrible day and he just takes it out on society. So. What I do love, too, is that they explain a little bit on why he's doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they kind of did that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a solid film for me.
And Julie made a comment of this. She did like a Boobies Halloween. I had a feeling, because I think she reviewed it. I think she reviewed it.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
I like Adam Sandler's dark side. He should be more dark.
I love Uncut Gems.
I did too, yeah. I want to see.
You got to see it too.
I want to see that Adam Sandler.
You ever watched that one out?
Yeah, Tucky Doll. I heard about the Transformers movie. I think it's going to be a continuation. I'm not really sure. I know they want to do another one after Bumblebee.
I mean the two. Oh, I'm sorry, no, wrong one.
Unhinged was like mixed, like it was like Falling Down mixed with the Hitcher, kind of.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah,
the remake Hitcher.
No, screw that.
Even though it kind of, I can see why you said the remake, because like Sean Bean and Russell Crowe, I think, are Australian.
Yeah, that's why. That's the connection.
So. And they have very similar look to them too.
Russell Crowe in this movie though would probably tear the shit out of Sean Bean in that movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Russell Crowe, he God damn.
Yeah, he was brutal.
When he like lit that kid on, oh man.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but I'm just saying.
Oh, in this movie, it was the kid who played Andy in the Child's Play remake.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I try to forget that. But.
That's right.
Bad thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Unhinged. You're number 3.
Yeah, that's my number 3.
Yeah, that movie actually surprised me. I actually liked it. Yeah.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to watch that one.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Who wants to go next for number 3?
I don't know. Do you guys still want me to do stats, or you want to just skip over that?
Oh yeah, you can do
Up
that.
to you guys.
With you?
Nah, do that.
Huh?
We've been doing it the whole show, so
Yeah,
why
do the stats.
continue it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So Unhinged only holds a 6 out of 10 on IMDb.
That should be higher.
But it had, yeah.
It should at least be an
Rotten
8.
Tomatoes 48%. 48% Rotten Tomatoes, but the score is 77%. So
I go with
that's
the
good.
audience on that one.
Yeah, audience.
I go with the audience.
Yeah, we're not agreeing with the scores here.
Even though I do agree with the critics though on the 13%. I forget what the worst movie that was on. I forget. What it was already.
Oh, Doolittle.
Well, Kenny Gerard Butler, Kenny, he focuses more on those Angel movies, like or Angel Has Fallen and London Has Fallen and Earth Has Fallen and all those movies.
And then there's Greenland. The asteroids are falling.
Oh yeah.
I heard that movie wasn't too bad though.
Oh yeah. That's,
I actually saw that. It was all right. It's good.
that's another thing Julie mentioned too. She's been having problems with YouTube. Like they've been taking down her videos and things
Yeah,
like
join the club.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Okay.
I just don't record it all the time.
So, Dan, you can go next. You're number 3. That's movie of 2020.
All right. So my number 1 and number 2 were easy to pick out, but my number 3 actually was kind of tough. I had 7 movies that could have been in the 3rd place spot, but I chose this one because I felt that it actually I had an emotional reaction to several scenes in this movie, so that's why I picked it for number 3, and it is Wonder Woman 84.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, hey.
I did not think it was as good as the first movie. I definitely had some issues with the movie. Main issue being the whole how one character came back, so I don't spoil it for anybody. How they handled that, and then with her, the truth lasts. So I had some issues with that, but. The actors were really good. I thought they were great, and the emotional beats in the movie for me, the scenes with the son and with Steve and Diana, I thought they did really well, and it had. Sorry,
Short Round. That was the son, right? It wasn't a Short Round.
I don't know.
It was.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
It was Short Round. Or was it?
Alistair?
Or was it?
Alistair.
Or was it? Or was it the grandson from Gremlins? Was it that kid? Also a 1984 movie.
That's right. You're a racist.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who said that.
I'm laughing like that.
What do you want to put it like that?
Just kidding. Anyway, I thought it had good action sequences. So, and being, I love DC, and so anyway, I think here's the thing. I know Rob saw it a second time, and he said he liked it more. And when I think about the movie, I think I'm going to enjoy it on more rewatches. So that's why 3.
I don't know. I've only seen it once, but I did think more about the flaws.
There was rape in the movie.
When we're talking, yeah, it does feel that line, doesn't it?
Yes, it was rape.
I mean, it went in the Rocky 1 territory there, kind of.
Yeah, but the person. But the only difference is the person didn't know they were being raped.
Anyway, it was 19.
They were drugged.
Look, it was 1984. It was a different time.
Yeah, take off those glasses.
There you
can kiss
go.
me if you want, bitch.
Warning: not condone rape.
I thought where did I? Oh, so Wonder Woman has a 5.5 on IMDb. I mean, come on, 5.5.
Ow.
That's the lowest. That's the lowest score of any of the DC movies. Any of them. I mean, come on.
That's weird.
Come on.
Rotten Tomatoes 60%. Audience score 73%. So I don't know what people are so mad about. I mean, I know it's got problems, but it ain't a 5.5.
IMDb, come on.
Come on, IMDb.
Come on.
Maybe people saw
That's all I got. Unless you guys want to add anything to it.
Oh, come on!
I will say, I think if more people saw it in theaters, maybe they would have liked it more. I don't know. But again, like Rob and Thomas, you guys saw it on HBO Max and you guys liked it. Fine. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said you liked it too, but you just didn't think it was great.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was great. That's all.
I didn't really like that.
Come on.
The second time I saw it, I watched it. I liked it more.
Oh, come on!
I still think I have problems with it though.
It seems like you guys,
Paramount.
you guys seem to have that thought. Like, if you see a second time, you'll like it more. Maybe that's true. I don't know.
I mean, hell, I did that with.
Why the Blu-ray?
I like how
Or to be like Tenet.
I like how he wished himself. He wished himself to be the Stone. What an idiot!
He became Wishmaster. Right? Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. I asked Dan this. So when you renounce your wish, does that mean the stone goes back to normal? Because if he was the stone and he renounced his wish, does that mean the stone goes back to the stone? What happened? What happened? Did it?
It became a kidney stone.
Did he pass it?
Not yet. Not
He has
so
to pass
You'll see that in part 3.
I don't want to wait that long. I want answers now.
Wonder Woman 1994.
1994.
Yeah.
And since Thomas was born in 1994, we're gonna see him as a baby in a cameo.
Oh my God.
With his Billy onesie.
Oh my God.
Come on, DC.
Come on.
So okay, that was Dan's number 3, Wonder Woman 84. That's cool. All right, Thomas, you can go next. What's your number 3?
My number 3. This was actually the one for me. Like I said, I'm going to elaborate what Dan said. My number 1 was pretty easy, and then my number 2 was actually pretty easy too. But my number 3, I was kind of going like, which movie should I go with? Because there wasn't really that many movies this year because it was kind of a weird year for movies.
Yeah.
But I figured I had to go with this one. I thought this one, I know it got torn apart by critics.
Okay, where's it?
And things like that.
Julie.
I saw what it is. I know what it is. I saw the thing. I saw
Hey, Julie. Maybe you might come back later. We might still be on, but if you don't come back, but thanks for watching. If you don't,
thanks for coming on, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Bye.
What is it? I know what it is.
Number 3.
The Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that movie.
The Hunted. You called it.
That's another one for a different time. That's also Tommy Lee Jones. It's another good movie.
Yeah. No, I did get to see this, Thomas. I did just recently get to it, and I did like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is it's a fun action movie.
Yeah.
And I think Betty Gilpin was completely badass.
Yeah.
It's like an over-the-top Hunger Games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Prior to it, yeah.
And I really like Hilary Swank in the movie as well.
Yeah, and that's Karate Kid. She showed her talent.
Yay.
Yeah.
Way more karate talent in that movie. Stupid next.
But I think Hunt, as good as it would have been better if she had the monks there.
No. They should have got killed in the beginning. They should have been strapped up and killed.
I always love the ending part when Betty Gilpin and Hilary Swank are fighting to the death.
Yeah.
and when she kills Hilary Swank. And I always like how she recovers and heals her wound, and then she gets on Hilary Swank's private plane.
Yeah,
and she's like, holes in there that you try to make them kill me. I killed them, and I want to go home. Will that be any problem? They're like scared the shit. They're like scared like the living hell.
I love when they enter the store. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, that was a good part. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Betty Gilpin's face expressions are so good in this. I really like Betty. I say Betty Gilpin is easily like one of the best like female badasses in like recent film history.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah.
And she definitely used more effectively here than the fucking Grudge.
Oh, she was the Grudge?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And
pay attention, Alex. Come on.
One of the things too, one of the things I almost forgot about when I saw the Hunt was when I was watching the end credits. It said directed by Craig Zobel. I'm like, I knew that guy sounds familiar, and I'm like, that's the same guy that directed Compliance. I don't know if you guys ever saw Compliance.
No.
That's the one that was based on a true story.
No. Yes. I mean, no.
I'm sure you probably it was about a fast food restaurant, and a woman was accused of stealing something, and there was like a supposed cop on the phone telling these people what to do to this girl. It's a pretty fucked up movie. And one of the things that I really like about The Hunt was just how like the violence and all the gore.
Yeah,
I just thought it was just over the top fun.
It's like a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's such over the top fun. And let's see. Kenny was asking a question here. Do you guys use wireless earbuds or headphones? I got the iPhone 12. I actually use headphones.
I can't use buds. They don't stay in my ear.
I actually have them right here. Actually,
wireless. I always use the Ranger headphones.
I have the. I don't know if you can see this, Kate, but the JBL headphones.
JBL.
They're like the newer headphones they use. They're like the newer brand.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, too. I'm not gonna lie, but like the back of this Blu-ray, this guy right here, kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds.
Guess.
Kind of does. And it was cool to see like other small characters in here, like Ike Barinholtz from Suicide Squad,
Emma Roberts. Yeah.
And Emma Roberts.
It's got what's her name that was in Uncle Buck too.
Amy Madigan.
Yeah, she was.
The mom.
She was in the store. Yeah, she was in the store.
Uncle Buck. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But
don't drink that. It's poison.
the Hunt, really fun, gory, entertaining. I probably say like my favorite like movie character of the year. Like I love Betty Gilpin as this dude, as Crystal. She was badass, just kicking ass, taking names. I love the way she takes care of Hilary Swank. And it was cool to see Hilary Swank in like another movie, because I don't remember Hilary Swank being in a big movie like this in quite a while. I kind of feel like she kind of like disappeared. Like I know she was like in Insomnia, and then like $1 Million Baby, and then like after that, and like the Reaping, that was a piece of shit. But
after that, she's kind of like dumb,
like that low key.
Yeah, and then now she's kind
of like movies.
She's showing up in more movies now. Again.
Yeah, but
and soon she's gonna show up in Cobra Kai.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's still there. With no monks or
the monks are coming.
I don't have much more to say about The Hunt. I think it's a fun movie. It's a fun gory time.
Monks.
Yeah, but that's my number 3.
Yeah, I like The Hunt.
It's a good movie. I like it.
Yeah. The Hunt has 6.5 on IMDb, 57% Rotten Tomatoes score, and a 66% audience score.
Wait, Dan.
Yeah.
What did you say the critic score was? 37%?
Oh, 57.
Oh, 57. Okay.
That's too low.
I mean, it could be worse, but I don't.
I can kind of sort of see how critics didn't like Hunt.
Because it has some political undertones to it, but who cares?
Yeah. I wouldn't call it undertones. It's trying to be pretty blatant in the movie.
That's true. Overtones.
That was actually the last film that was actually released theatrically before the pandemic.
Yeah, look, I wanted to see that in theaters, but they closed the theaters down before I got a chance to see it.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the last movie I saw in theaters before the pandemic. But okay, cool.
What was the last one that you saw in theaters? Birds of Prey.
Before the pandemic?
Yeah.
No, it was Invisible Man.
Okay.
All right. Okay, my number 3 is a movie. I'm not sure if you guys haven't even seen it yet because it's only on demand. It was in theaters, but it wasn't really wide. And that's Freaky with Vince Vaughn.
Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good.
I liked it too. Yeah.
Really good, man. It's pretty much Freaky Friday, but it's a slasher movie.
Which I think is kind of a cool idea.
Yes. It was supposed to be called Freaky Friday the 13th because the movie takes place on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they couldn't call it that, right? Because of the
rights.
The rights.
Yeah, they couldn't call it that. But but it's pretty. I mean, they do mention like, okay, that's why what happens only because it's Friday 13th. And Vince Vaughn, I'm not the biggest fan of, but he's actually impressed me recently. Now, I liked him in this movie. He actually, when he's the killer before they do the switch, he actually is pretty intimidating. I was saying, he's actually kind of scary in the movie.
He was scary in Cell Block.
Yeah, so and he's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. So I was like, wow, okay, he has some chops to him. So I'll give him that. And I like the main girl in the movie. She's good when she's like just a normal teenager, and when she switches,
Yeah, she was good.
When she's yeah, she actually, she reminded me of like before she turned evil. She reminded me of a Tuesday Night. She has that look to her, like before she thought I was like that's like it was,
yeah, I can see that now. Yeah,
in the beginning when she's in school and stuff like that, she has that look to her Tuesday Night in Country 4. Yeah, Vince Vaughn was good in Hacksaw Ridge as well.
and Kenny makes another good point. Vince Vaughn was also really good in Hacksaw Ridge as well.
Yeah, he was.
And I like Freaky more. I like Happy Death Day, but I like Freaky more because it actually has a lot of gore. And it's
one of my favorite films with him is Domestic Disturbance.
I love Domestic Disturbance.
I love him and Travolta. He doesn't lie to me. He doesn't lie to me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But what? He don't lie to me.
But yeah, you'll be Rob. You'll be surprised how gory Freaky is. It's really pretty gory. It
is pretty bloody.
Really good practical gore effects.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Really take advantage of the R rating.
Yeah, it's very bloody and
it's really funny too. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to give away, but it's really good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be one I would watch.
It really, I thought they finally. It's because it's just a lot of times when they try to do throwback to 80s slasher films, they don't do good. Here they did it well. Like they really did a good job honoring films like that. So, I'm blurry now. Yeah, that's number 3, Freaky.
Oh, you're going out of focus. There you go.
We're going Freaky focus. Okay, unfocused.
So all of our number 3s, we had Freaky, we had The Hunt, we had Unhinged, and then we had for Dan, we had Wonder Woman 84. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, and Freaky has a 6.4 on IMDb, but an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes and an 80% audience score. So that's good.
That's pretty good.
IMDb, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean, come on. All right. Okay. On to number 2. Yeah.
Numero dos.
Yeah. Rob.
Okay. Well, my number 2 has already been mentioned. It's The Hunt.
Right.
I like everything Thomas said. It's really good. It's you know what I like too is they bring up that whole political nonsense about the left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show you how people react to just even like a text.
That was an aspect, yes.
Yeah. And I kind of like how they threw that in there because again, that shows you what happens in modern day times. Like right now, like with stuff going on. So I'm kind of, I thought it was kind of cool that they threw that little thing in there and then combined it with like a Hunger Games thing, and then Betty Gilpin again. It's not shoved down your throat. She's a strong female character. They don't, she's not fucking healing snakes and all that stuff. She's a, she's a badass, and it's like I feel like
she's not overpowered. She gets injured. She gets hurt a lot.
right.
Yeah,
And that's a thing. Like
that too.
You can compare her to like Sigourney Weaver from the Alien films, or like someone who has to go through hell and then get to where she needs to get to. It's like they need to do more movies like that instead of being like, oh well, she's a female now. Here she is. She's not getting hurt at all. She's just so powerful, and I hate that stuff. That's why, and that's one thing that kind of turned me on with this film too. Is that, and overall, it's just a real funny, entertaining movie. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Number 2.
Dan.
Number 2 for you, Dan.
All right. So I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen this movie yet. But as I was going down my list, it's a musical, and I saw it. I actually saw it on Broadway last year, but then it came out on Disney Plus this year with the original actors that did the original Broadway play. But Hamilton.
No,
I didn't see it. No.
Basically, it's the story of Alexander Hamilton and the whole Aaron Burr. It's, if you like history, which I do, that's basically the story. But it's a musical. Sing the whole. It's just really well done, and it was nice to see the original cast do it. Like I said, my wife and I went and saw it last year in Chicago, and it was great. And so then they made it a movie. They filmed it not as a movie, but they just filmed it like in play form, and it was going to be in theaters. And then with the pandemic, Disney Plus just ended up releasing it. But I recommend it if you like I said, musicals and history. So I don't really know what to say about it. Really,
my favorite is Cats.
It doesn't smell like
no. No, you're kidding.
I just love those cat costumes.
I love pussy.
Lin-Manuel, and he wrote it, and he actually stars in it. He was good, but
oh my god,
I don't really know what else to say about it.
That just sounds like your kind of movie, Dan. I'm just sorry.
Right? Yeah. I figured it would be silence.
Yeah.
I don't mind musicals. I think one of my favorite musicals is probably like Little Shop of Horror.
Yeah, but Hamilton movie musical sounds like something like Les Miserables, which I don't like. So
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Not even.
Well, I won't go into Hamilton much, but I will say all of the cast are all like African American, so it's like they're playing Caucasian characters or Hispanic, because Lin-Manuel Miranda, who plays Hamilton, is Hispanic, but it's in rap, a lot of rap for the music, and I'm not a fan of rap, honestly, but it's good enough that they do a mix that I like.
Les Miserables.
So, it has an 8.6 on IMDb, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 90% Cinema's audience score.
Holy shite.
That sounds like an Oscar winner. Yeah. Wow, that's the highest score so far. What the fuck?
Yeah, really.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You guys need to get some culture, for crying out loud.
Damn. Get woke.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Cultured. Yeah.
I just like strong female characters. That's what I
Well,
like.
it seems like the critics are on your side. It seems like the critics and the IMDb audiences are on your side. Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like you. All right. So that was Dan's number 2. All right. Thomas, your number 2.
My number 2 was Rob's number 3, Unhinged.
Oh, wow.
Ah, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much explained why this movie was really good. And the thing is, like, this was like a kind of film that that kind of piqued my interest because I like these kind of like stalker movies, or like people getting hunted or something like that. Like that's why I love films like Judgment Night and like that kind of like thing, like people being hunted and
The Hunt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Another movie.
Surviving the game and things like that. And
Thomas, do you like The Hunt?
You like The Hunted?
The Hunted.
Hunted. Hunted of the Hunt.
I'd say and I don't know who directed this movie. I don't know who did. Derek Bortz. I never even heard of the guy. Never even heard of him. But Russell Crowe just gives an outstanding performance. He just goes off his rocker.
That diner scene is brutal.
And the extent that he goes in this film is just really crazy. And on top of that too, like Rob's right about this film too. Like this actually can happen in real life. Like you can piss off the wrong person on road rage, and then they can just like go to the extreme and do this kind of shit to you. And I think it works very, very well. Russell Crowe does great. I really like
a slasher too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What he does in the beginning with the hammer, it's like he pulled off a Michael Myers 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And I thought it was pretty cool that like Russell Crowe did a movie like this. Like, cause like Russell Crowe is always known for more doing like Oscar like movies like Gladiator and
The Mummy.
Les Miserables. Yeah.
Welcome to Gods and Monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just cool to see Russell Crowe play kind of a different character than he usually does, and just Russell Crowe just going off his rocker and I think Rob pretty much
Fighting around the world.
I think Rob pretty much explained everything that you needed to know about Unhinged. It's great. I love Unhinged.
Well,
it's definitely a really big surprise.
Doesn't Russell Crowe kind of have a reputation, or he did in the past?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he did.
Kind of like anger issues.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
He was fighting people around the world with his
He was Batman.
He actually killed in the movie. They actually died, those actors.
That's for people. It
was a snuff film then.
It's a biography, a true biography.
Yeah. It was real, like the Blair Witch Project.
That was real. People need to shut up about it.
No, like Heather might be still alive.
Yeah, she's eating pine cones in the forest.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right. My number 2 was originally my number 1, but number 1 replaced it. And my number 2 was The Invisible Man.
Ah, okay.
Figured it'd be on someone's list.
That's one that surprised me. Like I thought it was kind of interesting at first, and when I saw it, I'm like, "Whoa, this is much better than I thought it was going to be."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I do.
I do want to see that one.
And
I haven't seen it. I do want to see it.
PG-13 horror film. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Even though I do still stick by the notion of I do prefer Hollow Man.
I do too. Yes.
I do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do prefer, but this one was really good.
Yeah.
And what is her name?
Oh, Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss. She was really, really good in the movie.
She was.
She was in Us.
Yeah, she was in those. Yeah, that's true. Totally different role. And she did a good job. And like, Lee Wynell, like I gotta give him props. Like he has impressed.
Yeah, he directed it, didn't he?
He directed. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, didn't he do what's that movie?
Not Parasite. I'm thinking.
What's the name of the movie?
I know what you're talking about. The one that was kind of like Venom, but it wasn't.
What was it?
But yeah, that one was good too. You look it up. I know what you. I know.
It's on my tongue, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, but like I like the new take of the Invisible Man. I like the way they did it. I won't give it away because Dan hasn't seen it. And when I was watching in the theaters. There's one part, and Dan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. That made me yell out, "Holy shit!" You know.
Upgrade.
Okay, upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and but I did feel like Lee Wynell tried to do too much at the very end. I kind of felt like, you kind of like should have like cut some parts of the end. You tried to do too much with the revelations, I felt. But it was still a really good movie. Really good tension. Him and James Wan really know how to do tense scenes.
Yeah, they really do.
And they have kind of similar styles.
And Leah Whannell was actually an actor in the first Saw film.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he wrote the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, they did the visible scenes really well.
They did. They did a really good job. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I got too much Dan hasn't seen it, but yeah, definitely check it out, man. Invisible Man is really good.
There we go. Yeah. So for the number twos, we had the Invisible Man.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
This the stats, right?
Yeah, this is Dan's stats.
Oh, okay. So Invisible Man on IMDb 7.1, but the Rotten Tomatoes score 91%. Audience score 88%. That's very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Wow.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was that high on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty damn good.
I think one big reason why I prefer Hollow Man was I think the character of Sebastian was more interesting than the character of Adrian and Invisible Man.
Yeah,
for me, the reason I like Hollow Man a little bit more is because the way the person becomes invisible, I liked better in Hollow Man.
And I just think Paul Verhoeven did a more interesting job for directing it.
I don't want to say how because it ruins the movie, but I thought it was more. I don't know. I thought it was more natural in Hollow Man, like the more. Yeah, just like natural that way.
The villain in the Invisible Man, he's really more like an entity, not really. Like, you don't really. I think Invisible Man, you don't really see him really. You know.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Bacon.
Don't ruin it.
No, that's not really spoiler.
Yeah, you can't really spoil it. I mean, one little thing is gonna ruin the whole. Yeah.
No, that's not spoiler. Okay. So yeah, that's number 2, Invisible Man.
So yeah, we had the Invisible Man, we had Unhinged, we had
The
Hunt.
And then what do we have for Dan?
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
The Cunt 2020.
He had to have a musical. He's the musical guy.
Numero uno.
All right. Yeah.
Number one.
Best movie.
I really do feel like my number one is probably going to be choice that not many people are going to see coming. I'm going to say that.
Mine either. Mine is actually thanks to Dan. So.
Okay, what is it?
All right, so you go first, Rob.
Go ahead.
My number one is The Old Guard.
Oh,
cool.
That movie was awesome. I'm not even lying.
I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so glad you liked it.
I mean, it's a superhero film. Charlize Theron is I loved her in Mad Max Fury Road, but she is even better in this movie. Like the movie has such good action sequences and I don't know. I don't want to. It's it's about a team of immortal mercenaries that they're on a revenge mission. But I don't want to give too much away. But it is so. What I liked about the movie is so balanced from all three acts. Like you just get a lot out of the characters. It's so good. I loved it. I recommend you guys.
I've seen that. I saw this not too recently, like trailers. I'm like, this looks pretty damn good.
I'll watch it today because I know it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I'm gonna have to give this a look at some point.
I was thinking about watching it.
Wow. Boy, that really did surprise me. I did not expect that to be number one. I almost forgot about the Old Guard.
I didn't expect it either. My number one. My number one was going to be The Hunt. But yeah, like when Dan mentioned this to me, like I watched it. I'm like, man, this was awesome. I'm like, he made it sound like it was good, but I'm like, but I really liked it. I'm like, wow.
You also like?
Did you watch it? Was it just recent? Like, did I know you had watched it yet, or did you just recently watch it?
No. I forgot to tell you that I watched it. It was back when you were like, oh, you got to see the movie The Old Guard. And I'm like, oh, okay. It was on my list. And when I found out we were going to be doing the stream, I'm like, well, I had remembered that the movie was on Netflix, so I watched it. And yeah, I'm like, that's awesome. I forgot to tell you I watched it. But
Dan, did you recommend it to all of us? Because
he recommended it to me. He recommended it to all of us on a stream. One of the streams.
I don't remember, man. My memory is
I did.
Those live streams are
okay. You know,
we're all doing
it's nice though, because sometimes when you're passionate about a movie, you're like, hey, this is really good. And you tell someone, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I'll watch it. And then you're like, yeah, you're not going to watch it, you jerk.
Either that, or they watch it and then you're like, what do you think? And then they're like, it was all right. And be like, fuck you. What do you mean?
No, it's awesome. I love it when I recommend something and then you really liked it. So, because usually, honestly, like Rob is the one that typically he will recommend when we would watch movies together. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to bring this movie over," and I usually trust him. I'm like, "Okay," but like I never get my hopes up. I'm always like, "Okay, let's watch this movie," and I'd say like 90% of the time, I'm like, "I really like that movie." You know, when I just picked up those movies at Fame Video, 3 of the 4 were movies that he showed me. So I usually trust his opinion really well. So
you're like 10 Cloverfield Lane. What one did you pick up? You take 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Annihilation, which we watched that together for the first time. I know.
Annihilation, yeah.
And then, The Visit.
The Visit, yeah. I like that movie. Yeah. I don't.
No.
What seems like.
But I'm glad. Anyway, I'm glad I actually recommended one. I'm glad it was me that recommended one, and then you liked it for once.
Rob, did you like Atomic Blonde as well?
The action scenes were good. I
thought that was just so.
It was okay.
I thought Old Guard was better.
Old Guard was way better.
Okay. That's why I want to hear.
Yeah, Old Guard actually has a premise, and it actually has like I said, it's like a superhero film, but it's done not in a way that you'd expect. It's different. So it's really good. Honestly, I didn't think it'd be. Huh?
I said I like. See, now that Rob's seen it, you guys will watch it because he picks the good ones.
Yeah, go watch it now. Damn it!
9 out of 10 times.
Watch it now. Do it now.
And as much as I loved Invisible Man, like, that didn't quite. That's definitely my top 5, but it just didn't make my top 3 list. So,
it's like Dan's like. See, Dan's trying to say, I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, when I recommend a movie, no one wants to see it. But when Rob recommends it, everyone wants to see it. He's like, it's completely.
It's all right. I get it. It's totally fine. No.
It's like, okay, 2 of them say it's good, so it's gotta be.
Yeah, everyone go see Cats. So go see
it. Hey, my feelings don't get hurt easily.
Okay.
Neither do mine.
Right.
I love you.
He's what tear up. He didn't have a single white tear. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Oh, sweet tears. They taste so good.
Yeah. All right. Damn it, blurry again.
Are you blurry? Why are you blurry?
You're going out of focus, Alan.
Are you the Invisible Man?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Dan, what's your number one?
Well, I might as well not even go into it. I know you guys haven't seen it. You're not going to watch it, so just forget it.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Okay, so so this was a movie that it was supposed to go in theaters and then it didn't because of the pandemic. And it was with an actor I like, and I was like, oh, I want to watch that movie. But I put it off. I wasn't like, oh, I got to watch this right away. It was like months and months later. I was like, oh, yeah, I want to watch this. And I watched it by myself, and I was like, I really like that. And then, I don't know, like even a couple weeks later, I watched it with my family, and we all liked it too. They all liked it as well. But it's Eurovision Song Contest with Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
no idea what that is.
I've heard of it briefly.
I've never heard of it.
So it's a Will Ferrell comedy, and I don't want to call it a musical, but there's music in it. So okay. So you know American Idol, you've heard of that show, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so basically, in real life in Iceland, there's a contest called Eurovision, and it's basically American Idol. It's like a song contest. So I would actually compare this movie to like Sister Act. You know, Sister Act has music in it, but I wouldn't call it a musical per se. That's how this movie is. But
it's also like that movie Sing, the animated movie.
I've seen that movie once. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd compare it to Sister Act.
Okay. That movie's kind of sing. It's a bunch of animals that sing songs.
That's fucking stupid.
Okay. Well, anyway, Will Ferrell is in it, and Rachel McAdams. They're the leads. But it's funny. It's really funny, and it's got some heart. And if you like Will Ferrell type comedy, you will like it. If you don't like Will Ferrell comedy, you probably wouldn't like it because it's that kind of comedy. But yeah, it's funny. And when I was going through my list, I was like, this was a surprise movie to me. A movie that I wanted to see. It was just when I saw it, I was like, wow, that was like a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And then I showed my family, and they liked it a lot too. So yeah, I would recommend it.
Nice.
Any other actors in it other than those two guys?
Let's see. Oh, well, okay. So I don't want to get into a lot of trivia, but it's a real contest. So a lot of the actors are actually foreign actors. They speak English, but they actually got popular actors from Iceland to star in the movie with Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. So I don't know if you would really know any of. Oh, there is one. Pierce Brosnan's in it. He plays Will Ferrell's dad.
That's odd.
How about that?
Are any of the Iceland hockey team members from D2 Mighty Ducks?
I knew he was going to ask that.
The whole team is in it, and they do sing. They sing a song.
Oh, I might see that then.
I think Gunnar Stahl was singing.
Yeah.
You know what? They should make a Cobra Kai show for Mighty Ducks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The team are the good guys.
Wait, you know Mighty Ducks is
I know,
TV
but
series coming out, right?
Cobra Kai though. Where like Golden Bombay is the jerk.
Hey, Daniel is not the jerk in Cobra Kai. Don't ever say that.
Yeah, everyone shut up.
Hey, did you not see the episode 1 of the season 3? There was like when they're in the PTA meeting, somebody in the crowd said, "Hey Daniel, I heard you're the bully."
Yeah, that was a
Yeah, that was.
Fans
I thought that was hilarious. That was funny.
Well, that's canon.
Uh,
Like months, like they're canon.
hey, he said that's an opinion.
I know.
He said I
Cobra
heard.
Kai
He didn't
show
say
coming
you
soon.
are.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, so yeah, Eurovision. It's got a 6.5 on IMDb, 64% Rotten Tomatoes score, but a 78% audience score.
Not too bad. See, like, well, me and Thomas have to wait till Rob sees it and he says it's good, then we'll watch it.
There you
He'll see
go.
it probably before me.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, because he says.
Do you guys like Will Ferrell? Do you like Will Ferrell or no?
I like his early stuff.
It depends. He's kind of hit and miss for me.
Yeah,
I love Will Ferrell.
I just like his early stuff, to be honest.
I love old school. I love Elf and
Anchorman.
Elf is probably one of my favorites.
Old school.
All right, Thomas, you said you really like Will Ferrell, so you should be the one to watch this next.
Yeah, I like Will Ferrell's comedy. And
is it on Netflix?
Yes. Yep. It is.
Oh well,
I do have.
I'll probably watch it here.
I do have Netflix.
I'll wait till what these guys say then. I'll wait. I'll see. No. All right. So I guess cool. Eurovision. Interesting.
I wasn't expecting that one to be on the list either.
No, because I haven't even heard of it. All right, Thomas, what's your number one? Best movie.
What's that?
What?
What did Dan say?
He said, "Fuck you guys."
It was a weird year.
It was a weird year, man.
What a weird year.
Yeah. I really do feel like all of our number ones are going to be very unique because they already are, because we have the Eurovision and then we have the old guard.
What's your number one? I don't know.
All right, here we go.
Say
My
it.
number one. I thought this was easily one of the coolest movies I saw this year. Hold on, let me fix my camera. It's down too far. There we go. I'm just gonna come out and say it. My number one, VFW.
Whoa, that's another one I haven't even heard.
Whoa, what is that? What is that?
W. Very, very cool. And for Dan, I know he had.
Is that John Kreese?
Wait, that's
What's that?
Is that John Kreese?
Yeah, that's Martin Cove.
Oh, wow.
actually. Well, yeah, I guess it says. I thought VFW was a 2019 film.
Well, it was made, but it wasn't
Yeah.
released in the U.S. until 2020.
Oh, that's
So
right.
Because it does say here
February 27, 2020 is when it came as Saudi Arabia, but
it wasn't released in the U.S. until February.
Mhm.
oh,
So
okay.
even though it was made 2019,
I'm saying 2019 too. Yeah.
Technicality wise, I guess. I don't know.
but I've seen.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
February 14th is when it came to U.S.
yeah, that's why I count this as a 2020 movie.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to see it until 2020.
Yeah,
But I mean, look at those four actors right there. That picture ranger: Stephen Lang, William Sadler, Martin Cove, and Fred Williamson.
yeah. Sadler, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. What's that movie? What's the plot of that movie, Thomas?
Basically it's a group of war veterans. You have Martin Cove, you have William Sadler, you have Stephen Lang, you have Fred Williamson, and you got George Wendt from Cheers. They're a group of war veterans that fought in Vietnam, and it's set in a futuristic world. And there's a teenage girl on the run from this group of these mutants, because she stole some from a drug from them or something like that, and then she hides in a bar that they hang in, and these mutants are outside trying to get inside, and then it's these guys fighting off these mutants pretty much. So it's basically a mixture of Grindhouse mixed with Assault on Precinct 13.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I saw William Sadler was in The Mist.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything.
And yeah, I mean, if you want to see a really cool Grindhouse style film, it's R-rated, it's gory, practical gore effects, and if you want to see a this cast together. I mean, you got Stephen Lang, William Sadler, Martin Cove, Fred Williamson, and other people in here. You get like George Wendt. You also have.
Is it on Netflix?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
really? Okay.
all these our number ones are gonna be on Netflix. So
and whatchamacallit in here is in it from the Warriors, David Patrick Kelly. You know who he is in the Warriors, David Patrick Kelly? Warriors come out and play. That's the guy from the Warriors. He's in this as well. And I don't know what this director has directed. Joe Beggs. I don't know what he's directed or since then. But it's action packed. It's got nice gore. It's got a cool elements of like horror. And it's a cool setting where it's set in this bar for Vietnam War vets, and it's set in a futuristic world where they're fighting off these mutants, and like they're using these weapons, they're like shotguns and things like that to protect this girl right there, protecting her from the mutants. And yeah, I don't want to spoil too much about it, but you want to see like a really cool, like old school kind of like Grindhouse style film, and you want to see like a lot of really good like old school actors together, then I think that's definitely one that you got to see. VFW is my top favorite film of 2020.
All right, cool. Surprise.
Okay, so VFW IMDb score 6.1, but Rotten Tomatoes is giving it an 81%. Audience score 59%.
I agree with the critics. I go with the critics, 81%.
I checked.
Come on.
I checked Netflix. It's not on Netflix though. I did check.
You lie, Thomas. You lie.
You can get it on Blu-ray on Amazon for like pretty cheap, I think.
Is it a Redbox? Because fan video ain't around.
I would probably say I don't. You know what? I don't know if it is on Redbox. You're gonna have to look. Because I don't really check Redbox. I never use Redbox.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be able to tell you.
All right.
Walmart has it for $12.
Yeah, I got mine on Amazon for like 13 or 14.
All right. I'll try to find it somehow.
But yeah, that's a great movie. I love VFW. That was a really big surprise.
All right, cool. My number one is the movie I saw recently.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this.
It changed my list. I saw it like last minute this week, and that it's on Netflix. This one is on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie. It's the Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys have seen that yet.
no, I have not.
Pretty much, it's about the protests in the 1960s, about the Vietnam War, and how some people got arrested and went to trial, got accused of starting the riots, and then there was a debate. Did the protesters start the riots or the police start the riots? And those 1960s protests. And it has a really good cast. Eddie Redmayne's in the movie. He's practically the main character.
Eddie Redmayne.
John Carroll Lynch. Okay, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays an attorney. Yeah.
Who else you got?
Sacha Baron Cohen. He plays one of the hippie.
Wow. Okay.
Frank Langella plays the judge.
Who plays the judge?
Frank Langella.
Frank Langella.
From Green
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
Wow,
and one of the Black Panther members that gets arrested. It's the I can't pronounce his name, but it's the guy who played Black Manta in Aquaman.
Oh yeah. Yada Lole.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
He's in the movie.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Kenny, kind of like the one that this week. That's why I kind of watched it because like what happened this week in real life. I was like, oh yeah, that Trial Chicago 7 movie. I should check that out. It's like, nothing much changed.
Did that just drop on Netflix? Did that just drop, or has it been out for a while?
It's been out for a while. It came out in the summer, actually.
Will it come out
okay.
July?
Like July, I think. But yeah, I mean, really, really great performances, and I love me some courtroom drama. I'm a sucker for courtroom drama.
Yeah, I like those too.
courtroom drama, like I like that.
If you like courtroom drama like movies, then one I recommend is Mistrial with Bill Pullman.
A Few Good Men is probably one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Mistrial with Bill Pullman. That's kind of like Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Mistrial is a really good one with Bill Pullman. It's kind of like but if Die Hard was kind of like a drama, but it was like a hostage situation in a courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a pretty good cast in that. You got Bill Pullman. You have Robert Loggia as the main cop.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other cops in
there.
Yeah.
Another actor who's in this movie is Michael Keaton. He's not in it that much, but he does play an important part.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He plays an important part in the movie. He's not in
that much. Black Manta. You have Borat. You got Batman in there. You have Robin from The Dark Knight Rises in there. You got Frank Langella. Wow, that's a good cast.
Skeletor.
I need to see this now.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. So I think it was supposed to come out from Paramount, but they sold it to Netflix. I believe. So
that happened a lot this year with the pandemic thing.
I mean, that's what happened even on like VOD and all that stuff. I mean, that's what happened with Bill and Ted. And
so I was surprised how much I liked
it.
I didn't really know that much about it. I just heard the title, and then people were talking about it when it first came out on Netflix, and I was like, oh, yeah, I should check this out. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, all our number ones.
I've never seen a list where we did where all of our number ones were so unique.
We're kind of sort of not that well known. This is very
it's
a weird year, man.
I figure like our number ones, we had Alex with the Trials of Chicago.
Yeah.
We had Rob with the Old Guard. We had Dan with the Eurovision, and I had VFW.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and Trial of the Chicago 7, we got a 7.8 on IMDb, but 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audience score 90%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
It wasn't as high as Hamilton, was it?
That cast alone makes me really curious about that.
Yeah. Great performance, yeah.
Well, I have movies though that I want to see now. Freaky, Invisible Man, Trial of the Chicago 7, Unhinged, and VFW. Those are going to be on my watch list.
Oh, those are good ones, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was our best and worst. I actually have a few honorable mentions. I'll just name them quickly. The Hunt would have been number 3, but the Trial of Chicago 7
Doll.
Bumped that out, yeah.
Chucky Doll. Enter the Dragon is good, but if I can make a suggestion, watch Bruce Lee's very first film. It's called Big Boss it's called Fists of Fury. Now it's with an S. Don't be confused because there's another one called Fist of Fury. Don't watch that one. Watch Fists of Fury, which is the American version of Big Boss. That's his very first film. In my opinion, it's the best because in that movie, it's like a slasher. It's like they kill people with knives and axes, and Bruce Lee basically kicks their asses. Like that. I'm sorry. It's a lot better than Enter the Dragon for me. But
and Enter the Dragon is considered like a classic.
Enter the Dragon is considered his best film, but I think his very first one is that's my favorite
because it's more like a horror movie, more horror kind of.
It is. It is. Yeah. These guys freaking kill. I think I showed Dan, and maybe I don't know if I showed you
that out. Yeah.
I don't know.
Fists of Fury.
Yeah. Did I show you that one?
Kenny was mentioning about.
You might have showed. I feel like I've seen some scenes, but I don't think I know I haven't sat down and watched the whole movie, but I think I've seen scenes of it.
I know.
Yeah, there's that one scene where Bruce Lee's cousins, they go to that compound and those guys surround them and they start doing martial arts, but these guys have axes and chains and knives, and they start like cutting the guys up, like hitting them in the back and like with an axe and stuff. Like it's crazy. It's like crazy stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like The Hunt would have been my number 3, but the Trial of Chicago 7 bumped that out. So The Hunt, yeah, I agree, it's a really good movie. Unhinged, I agree too. You guys mentioned that already.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys no one's really mentioned it. This one surprised me. Becky with Kim and James. Like I was
Wait, are we doing our honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm just naming quickly once. Just
Well,
one.
I would have mentioned that, but yeah, you're first.
Yeah, like Becky, Kevin James was actually pretty good, and I'm not a fan of him, but he was good in the movie. These guys should do more dark stuff. Adam Sandler. I want to see Rob.
I like to see David Spade do a dark.
I want to see David Spade and Rob Schneider do dark movies like this.
I think David Spade kind of did a little bit not too long ago.
Give it a go. Yeah. And yeah, the Becky was brutal, man. I was surprised. Whoa.
I really like Lulu Wilson.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't know what to think about Becky, the way it was going, but then when she started to like doing her stuff, like I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. I know Rob and Dan are not gonna agree when I say this. Birds of Prey, yes, I liked it. It was the better EU movie of 2020. I'm not taking it back. I liked it better than Wonder Woman 84.
Better than what?
I liked it better than Wonder Woman 84.
What? Oh, you are kidding me.
No.
Come on.
You're the
you
one.
are kidding me.
No. Yeah, you're the one that says, I don't know which one's worse, Birds of Prey or Suicide Squad.
This is the guy that likes Next Karate Kid more than Karate Kid 3. So it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me.
Alex, I cannot believe you feel that way. Oh man.
Release the monks. Bring the monks back.
I cannot believe you think that that's a better movie.
It is.
Man.
I had more issues with Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, Alex.
I liked Wonder Woman 84. I just didn't think it was like
Alex.
What?
When you were talking about 12 Angry Men, are you talking about the one from the 50s?
Yes.
I saw that most recently. It has a good cast in there. You got Lee J. Cobb from the Exorcist.
Yeah, I saw that one in school actually.
Yeah, you figure you have what Lee J. Cobb from The Exorcist. You have Martin Balsam.
I never seen the remake version. It was a good cast too. I just never seen it.
And you know what I realized? You know who I realized was one of the jurors?
I had to stretch.
You know who I realized who was one of the jurors in 12 Angry Men was E.G. Marshall?
Yeah.
I forgot that was the guy in Creepshow with the cockroaches.
Mm-hmm.
Cock? Oh, cockroach.
The guy with the cockroaches.
It's cockroaches.
Hey, I thought these honorable mentions were gonna go quick, you liar.
Do you have any more?
No, that's it. I'm done.
I have a few more too that were.
I have some too.
I do too.
Yeah.
The ones that were already mentioned that I'm going to name off real quick are Birds of Prey, The Invisible Man, Becky, Freaky, Wonder Woman 84. And the ones that were not mentioned that I also really like that were honorable mentions are Bad Boys for Life, The Lodge, Sonic the Hedgehog, The New Mutants, Rogue, and Fat Man and Host.
Okay. All right.
Wait, didn't you not like New Mutants, or did you watch it again?
I watched it again. I actually mentioned that in the group chat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. I didn't like it at first, but I liked it more the second time.
See, what happened was Rob said he liked it, and then Thomas changed his mind.
Well, that's good. Well, not because of Rob. I mean, like,
there you go.
I mind tricked
Rob
you.
inspired me to and watch it again.
I went like this, and then
You like New Mutants, Thomas. You like New Mutants.
my name is Obi-Wan. That's my real name.
So, what are your honorable mentions, Rob?
Rob Kenobi.
Okay. VFW.
Awesome.
Let's see. Invisible Man, of course.
Great.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Becky. New Mutants, and I'm surprised no one's mentioned these. Underwater.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Underwater was good, I thought.
It was decent. I wouldn't say it was on my best. It was decent.
Extraction.
I don't know what movie that is.
The one with Kristen Stewart underwater.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Sphere. A little bit.
The Abyss. The Abyss.
Or The Abyss, yeah. No one's mentioned Extraction. I thought that was actually pretty decent.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't see that.
I was gonna mention it.
I was gonna mention it.
The last one, I guarantee maybe no one's really seen, but I actually enjoyed this take on it. Was Gretel and Hansel? I actually enjoyed it.
I didn't see that either.
It's a very dark, twisted kind of film, but I don't know. I think it works for what they did. But yeah, that's all mine.
Okay.
What about you, Dan? Did you have any?
Rob, did you watch? Yeah, I do. Rob, did you watch Extraction? Because I recommended that one as well. Because that was one I had seen.
Yes.
No, I don't remember. I just watched. I don't think the one you recommended was the Old Guard, but I don't remember you were recommending Extraction. I just watched it just because.
I did, and no.
Well,
I did.
Well, then I'll just say yes, you did. So there.
I don't remember.
Yes, you recommend.
Yes, I had two good ones.
Did I recommend
helped Robbie?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you helped me.
I remember the Alamo.
Yeah.
Okay. My mentions are Sonic the Hedgehog, The Old Guard, Croods 2, The Hunt, Extraction, and Borat 2.
Borat 2 was okay.
I actually didn't get a chance to see the new Borat yet, so
It's not much movies that bad. They're just okay.
I can't comment on that. I didn't see it yet.
It had funny moments.
It did, but it's not as funny as the first one.
Yeah.
I did like the twist though. That actually was kind of cool. At the end.
Yeah, when he died, that was great.
No Borat 3. All right. You guys have time to do most anticipated or not?
I do.
I'm talking about everybody.
I think if run through them quick, I think if we go ahead, Rob.
Yeah.
I have about like 20 minutes. So
Okay, we're not reviewing those movies because we haven't even seen them. You know,
that's I mean, yeah. If everyone else has time, that's fine.
Yeah, I have time. I got nothing.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a lazy Sunday for me. So
You guys have 5 movies,
I
or
just got to go to my parents and eat dinner.
you guys have 5 movies or no?
I do.
Same here.
You do?
I have
Yes,
5.
5.
I got 5.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
5.
I do now. Yes.
Yep.
Nice, Josh. All right. Okay. I'll go first. Really quickly. Number 5 for me, most anticipated 2021.
Halloween Kills.
No. Cats 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Really?
There's no fucking Cats 2.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you actually believe that? No. The Mortal Kombat reboot.
Ah, the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks pretty interesting. I will say I like the casting, and I like they're gonna make it violent, and hopefully, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but what I'm hearing is I like so far. So
Okay.
I want to see some. I want to see a bloody Mortal Kombat fight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Thomas.
My number 5 anticipated movie, Candyman.
Oh, don't say the name. Don't say more than that.
Yeah, Candyman. I thought the trailer looked pretty interesting to me. I'm really looking forward to
Hey, that was in your list last year. You can't repeat.
I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what they do with this new Candyman. And especially, with some of the people behind, like with Jordan Peele, and things like that. And they got Black Manta in there from Aquaman. They got Tony Todd in there. I'm really curious to see where they go with this Candyman. And the trailer looked really interesting.
Yeah.
So that's my number 5 for my anticipated 2021.
Okay, Rob.
Okay.
Your number 5.
Number 5 for me is Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Hey, that was in your list last year.
What?
That was in your list last year.
About the list last year.
Well, I loved. I just think it looks awesome. It's a continuation. I mean, I do like Top Gun, and
would you
it
say
just seems like everything's practical effects and all that.
Rob, would you say Top Gun is your favorite Tom Cruise movie?
No, my favorite Tom Cruise movie is The Last Samurai.
Surprisingly enough, my favorite is not Top Gun.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm going to guess what my favorite Tom Cruise movie is.
Yours?
Yeah.
Business.
What's that, Alex?
Risky Business.
No.
Wait, let me think. See.
It's not none of
it's not none of the Mission Impossible. It's none of the Mission Impossibles. I know that.
No, it's not. It's not a franchise.
Rain Man.
Nope.
Okay, I'll give up. Just say it, dude.
Cocktail.
Okay, wait.
Go ahead, you guess. And
How about Taps?
Nope.
Taps?
no, what is it then? What is it?
Collateral.
Collateral.
That was a true question.
I love Collateral.
I thought it was gonna be like an
That's a
obscure
good
one.
movie.
But Rain Man's pretty close for me too. I love Rain Man.
Rayman's in my top 5.
Yeah, me too.
Rob's number 5 most anticipated of 2021 is
Top Gun Maverick.
Okay. Dan.
What about you, Dan?
Dan, what's your number 5?
All right. So now, if you guys remember back when we did this in 2019, I only had 3 movies on my list for anticipated. I only had 3, and only one of those came out, which was Wonder Woman. That was the only one.
Yeah.
This is one of the 2 that was on my 3 list, and it almost didn't make the list because I have lost some interest in this because it got held over. But it is my number 5, and it's Halloween Kills.
What?
Woo! Wow.
Wow. Why? Why did you,
Wait, what are you excited? Wait, why are you guys excited?
Well, it's in his top 5. It should be good.
I know, but I'm saying like it went down for him.
It went down
I'll go
because
down for him.
We got like 10 trailers for it already, you know.
You know what?
Let it burn. Let it burn.
It's what's happened with like when Cobra Kai was delayed and even Wonder Woman. The reason Wonder Woman they pushed it out was because they thought people were forgetting about it and people weren't caring enough about it. And I feel like I've lost some interest because of it being so long since we've had anything on it.
Right.
It's still in my top 5. Calm down.
I don't agree. I'm angry.
I'm gonna guess it's in your number 1, Alex.
I'm pretty fucking hungry right now.
Okay. Well, let's keep going. Thomas has to eat. All right.
Nah, I'm only kidding.
All right.
Number
4. Okay. My number 4 is one that I said last year. It's a Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've almost lost interest in that one.
I'm really curious about the sequel.
Which is supposed to come out in April, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Theaters are bust. Theaters are no deal.
Rob?
Go ahead.
4 for me is Godzilla vs. Kong.
Okay.
All right.
I love Kong Skull Island, and
Where's the trailer?
I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this because I'm a fan of the original Godzilla vs. King Kong movie, and
I am too.
I just hope I know they're not going to try to piss the fans off, so I'm hoping that they can do this right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've had 2 films now where it was like, okay, Godzilla, not enough fighting. Godzilla King of the Monsters is like too much. I feel like this is their last attempt to take the good of both of those movies and like make it a movie.
Yeah.
They should have the fight scenes in the daytime.
Well, yeah, I mean, they need to have a variety. I think they need a variety. They need to have day and night, or just make it look good at least. Make it, you know.
Because with these movies, it seems the daytime scenes is better shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, Thomas, number 4.
My number 4, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay.
I knew those.
I'm really looking forward to this Ghostbusters movie. I really, really am. I'm really curious to see what Jason Reitman's going to do. Really
coming this summer.
can't wait. Hopefully it comes. I hope.
Hopefully I get. Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
What?
No, I know you say hopefully it's better than the remake. I know you didn't say that.
But man,
the remake can suck a hairy sack. That's what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
My nut
Fuck
sack.
that.
All right. So my number 4, it just actually got a release date very recently. But I'm excited just because I will always be excited for this actor to see a movie of his. It is Samaritan.
That's on my list, but it's not 5.
How about that? Okay.
Cool.
I've heard about that. Yes.
Yeah, it comes out in June.
Stallone looks awesome.
Which one of you told me about it recently?
Julie did.
I sent you a picture.
Wow, yeah, you told me. Yeah, you may explain.
Oh no, it was Rob.
He's holding a vehicle.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting. Looks interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, Samaritan. That's right. I forgot about Samaritan.
Yeah. Okay, that's all number 4s, right?
Yep.
On to number 3.
Number 3.
For me, it's even though the first movie wasn't so great, but I'm looking forward to the sequel.
I know what it is.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's hope they get it right and it's not end of the world nonsense.
Yeah, with fucking enchanters and shit.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I like the cast. They're stacked with a lot of, and we're actually gonna get to see the Suicide Squad members actually die. That's what the point is. So.
Yep.
And
hopefully John Cena is decent, but
we'll see. We'll see. You know what? If he dies, then it'll be 10 out of 10.
Rob, number 3.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills. Okay. Okay.
Hopefully it comes out, huh? All right.
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead, Thomas. Number 3.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, this is like out of like just like with the best and worst list. This is an obscure one. Number 3, Elvis.
Oh, is that the one that Baz Luhrmann's doing?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I'm really curious, but I know that it had a lot of problems, like when Tom Hanks got COVID with his wife, and
he's in it.
Yeah, Tom Hanks plays Elvis Presley's agent or like his manager.
Okay.
And Austin Butler, Tex from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's Elvis.
Okay, interesting.
They're going with the younger Elvis from like the 50s.
Okay, yeah.
And I know originally the Maggie Gyllenhaal and Rufus Sewell were going to be the parents of Elvis, but they dropped out because of like the production being delayed because of COVID, and because of that, their schedules didn't match up with Elvis, so they had to drop out and do something else.
If COVID wasn't happening, I would have been curious if this movie would have been as big or not compared to like Bohemian Rhapsody, because Elvis is like one of the
Elvis is the king of rock and roll.
Yeah, so it's like they would. I would, but now
I mean, granted, Baz Luhrmann, wasn't really a fan of The Great Gatsby, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with Elvis. I'm really looking forward to seeing, especially with Austin Butler and Tom Hanks leads. So, and especially, I mainly do this and I'm mainly looking forward to this because of my grandmother who passed away a couple of years ago. I know I told you about my grandmother who passed away. Really big Elvis fan. So,
like she introduced you to Elvis.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Elvis.
Don't ruin it, Baz Luhrmann.
Please don't. All right, so Dan.
My number 3 is The Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. I from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be good. So I think there's no question to me that James Gunn knows what he's doing. So
yeah, that's one thing I'm really looking forward to seeing what James Gunn will bring to the team.
Yeah. Let's see. All right.
Number 2.
Everybody go with number 3. Okay.
Yeah, you had. I had Elvis. Rob had. I think Rob had.
Kills, right?
Halloween Kills,
and then you and Dan had the Suicide Squad.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Number 2 is already been mentioned. Candyman.
Oh, okay.
Really interesting.
Okay.
And I have faith in Jordan Peele, and
I have faith in him too.
And I'm really curious how Tony Todd's going to. How much he's going to be in the movie.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, number 2.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm praying that comes out in June. I'm praying.
Did you guys? You guys notice in Wonder Woman 84? There's a shot where like there's a Ghostbusters playing in the theater in the background. I'm not sure you guys noticed that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I did catch that.
I remember that.
It's very quick, but yeah, I remember seeing like a poster of the Ghostbusters in the background in one of the streets.
In what movie?
Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I did catch that. I think maybe I
It was
did.
early on in the movie too. Yeah. I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah. All right, cool.
Dan's camera froze and he looked like he fell asleep. Like, my number 2.
Yeah.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills. Yep, that's my number 2.
All right. Cool.
Dan.
Okay. All right. So my number 2 would have been my number 1, but I had to change it. But my number 2 is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
All right.
I'm surprised you guys have that hype because the trailer wasn't that great.
But trailer wasn't, but but
it's about anticipation.
I know,
that's the thing. It's a continuation of the series that is so good.
Yeah. You want that trailer to get you excited even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say like there's parts in the trailer I like a lot. You know, the Ecto 1. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Go through that. Like,
all right, our number 1 most anticipated of the year.
I figure out all you guys are gonna have the same fucking one and not me.
Mine's a no-brainer.
Okay, I'll just say mine first.
You're not gonna expect my number 1.
I know what all you guys know. It's all the same. I know what it is. But my number 1 is Halloween Kills. Obviously.
I had a feeling that was gonna be.
I already called that.
It would have been if it didn't get delayed to 2022. It would have been the Batman. That would have been number 1. But it's not coming up.
Yeah.
It's not coming up in 2022.
So you really think me, Bob, and Dan all have the same number 1?
Yes, I know what it is. Like, can I say it?
Sure.
No, you can't take it from me. You can't take it from me. No.
What is it, Alex?
I know what it is.
Well, let's
Dan doesn't want me to say it.
let Rob go first. Let me going first.
He knows if I say it, it's gonna be negative.
Rob, what's your number 1?
Go ahead, you guys.
Justice League.
I know.
Woo!
Actually, I actually didn't put it on there because I actually didn't realize it was going to come out.
What?
Yeah, I didn't
Dude, they announced it. What are you talking about?
Well,
Yeah, they announced it.
I didn't really think of it. You know what I mean?
Are you thinking of it as a TV show?
I already made up my list. You know what I mean?
So it's not your number 1?
Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have switched out this for number 1.
Like, that's wrong.
I
didn't on that one, Thomas.
Yeah, it's not a TV show. Shut the hell up.
What do you think it was going to come out then, Thomas? 2022?
Well, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't know Zack Snyder was going to turn it into a full length. I thought this was going to be like a TV show and separate episodes.
Yes, it's a TV show.
But I didn't really think it was going to be a full length.
Well, he said he wants to release it as as a movie as well.
Well, it is going to be released as a movie because he's releasing it on Blu-ray and 4K too.
It was filmed like a
movie. Yeah, I mean, even if it's in 4 parts, it's 4 1-hour parts. So
it's still a movie. It's still Justice League movie.
It's a movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Rob's number 1 is the Snyder Cut. Justice League.
Well, you know, fuck it. I'll take out my number 1 and I'll just put in Justice.
Hold on. What's your number 1 then?
It was the Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay. We just put tie.
Oh.
Yeah, it was actually the Suicide Squad.
All right, then just bump everything up.
I put it as a number 1 tie, I guess, the Justice League and all that stuff. Since Alex brought it up and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of it was obvious. You guys are gonna have the same number 1. It's gonna be the Snyder Cut.
You don't know what my pick's gonna be.
What is it?
You don't know what my pick's gonna be.
What is it? What is it then?
Well, is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, and did he say?
I don't know if I've been.
Did he say when it was?
Well,
March, I think, right? March.
It's March. It's March for sure, but no date. But it's March, no question.
Now that's when it's going to come out on home media.
No, it's coming. That's coming out on HBO Max in March.
HBO Max first, and then home media.
When's it going to come out on home media? Like May or June or something like that?
They said real soon after. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess for this one, I had like a tie for number one: The Suicide Squad and Justice League HBO Max.
Well, if it's on Redbox, I'm not getting HBO Max. I'll wait for what you guys think. I'll wait what you guys think first, because I want to hear what you guys think once you finally see it.
Wait, seriously, you're not gonna wait? Okay, I thought you said you were gonna watch it. Now you're not.
I said I was gonna let you guys watch it first. I'm not gonna get HBO Max. I already said I'm not gonna get HBO.
Wait, you watched Wonder Woman 84? You're being a racist.
And theaters. I said in theaters, like you should, like it was meant to, you know.
Don't be racist.
You know what? I will. I'll get HBO Max just to support the Snyder cut because that's what.
Because you want to see it. Because you want to see it.
Well, yeah, but
Rob wants to see this, so you're gonna watch an HBO Max. But I don't want to see. Well, I want to see it. I'm not excited.
I don't have HBO Max, so I'm gonna go.
Just be a pirate again.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have HBO.
Yeah. Snyder cuts. Where's my patch? I need a cat to scratch my ankle.
I don't know if I want to hear Alex's review of that movie. Honestly,
it's gonna be negative right away.
Who knows? Remember the Snyder
coming from a guy who likes Joss Whedon's work.
Remember the yeah, Avengers 1 was really good.
No,
that
the Justice League. Justice League. You said you liked Justice League.
Hey,
I didn't like.
It's called Justice League.
I didn't like Justice League. I wasn't even that good of a movie.
Well, I thought you said you enjoyed parts of it.
I did parts of it, but not the whole thing.
You liked all the Justice parts.
I like the fun. I like the brunch talk. I'm gonna miss the brunch talk. It's gonna be gone.
You're gonna say, "Well, Superman didn't smile, so I don't like him."
Mm-hmm.
So you like Batman and all them guys during the daylight? That's fucking stupid. You like him saying, "Yep, something's definitely bleeding." It's like, shut up, Batman. You'd never say that.
Hey, not like you.
I don't not like it.
I do not like you.
Yeah.
But,
Hello, no.
All right, we got to end this before it hits the 3-hour mark for clarity.
Right,
yeah, hurry up, end it before the 3 hours.
Yeah, so we'll see how these movies turn out.
No, we won't.
Wait, a couple really quick.
Go ahead.
A couple more. The Conjuring, the new Conjuring movie. I'm actually interested in. Spiral. What do you guys think of that?
It looks interesting.
What's
No, I'm not
I haven't heard of
it. The Saw 9.
Oh yeah,
that's what.
The wrong turn. I thought that kind of looked interesting, but I don't know.
It's a reboot, right?
Yeah,
I think it's a reboot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course, Army of the Dead, which is Zack Snyder's new zombie film.
Right, that's the Snyder movie I'm looking forward to.
That was Batista.
Yeah.
Yes, Bautista's in it. Yes.
Yeah.
Those are just a couple.
Hey, at least you're not a Snyder hater.
That's the most anticipated Snyder movie. Is Army of the Dead.
I heard they're even doing a Jackass 4. How are they even going to do that without Dunn in there?
I don't know.
So is it just going to be a bunch of COVID-19 pranks?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
Alex, did you hear Zack Snyder is a producer of Halloween Kills?
Okay, let's rip my list off.
Did you hear that Zack Snyder actually directed Halloween Kills? And
God.
Yeah, he did.
He was the ghost director.
God, it's going to be worse than Halloween 5 then.
You know, Rob Zombie directed Halloween Kills.
And it's funny that you're looking forward to that movie the most, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Why do you tell me that he came in?
That means you're a fan.
No, that what happens now. He's coming in to do reshoots.
Zack Snyder's playing Michael.
He's hijacking the movie.
Zack Snyder is playing Laurie Strode.
Let it burn, you old bitch. Let it burn.
Oh, we only got 50 seconds.
Hurry up, blah, blah, blah.
All right, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
You're welcome. I did watch it.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Let's hope this year is not as bad as 2020, but hey,
We don't want no garbage this year.
So,
yeah.
No garbage.
I wanted to thank everybody on here, like Kenny and Julie and Chucky Doll.
Yeah, thanks for
20
watching.
seconds. 20
Robert-
seconds.
And
Everybody else on here that watched.
and thank you. Oh, by the way, thank you for making our Christmas show most viewed movie buster show.
Oh yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Alex, we
1,000
got 10 seconds.
Yeah, thank you everyone
Go
watching.
out there to watch Justice League, and if you don't like it, then